I got to tell you something. This phenomenon, had to put it in a song, and it goes like, whoa, amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of gold displayed naturally. You wanna know what brings me here? Oh, fly through my headline to fear, and I know whoa, amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of gold displayed naturally. Whoa, amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of gold displayed naturally. You live too far away. Voice rings like a bell anyway. Don't give up your independence. This feels alright. Nothing good comes easily. Sometimes you got to fight. Whoa, amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of gold displayed naturally. Launched 1,000 ships in my heart, so easy. Still it's fine from afar, and you know that. Whoa, brainstorm me away from the north. Whoa, I got to tell you something.
All right, guys, let's start the show. It's I'm still recovering from the flu. I feel like I'm in the final days of recovery because it's starting to get very, very thick and very dry. So I'm gonna be trying to hydrate and take it easy. There's some new watches that were recently announced that I'm gonna go over, and then I'll take a look at the Philips auction. There's a new auction that's coming up with very interesting pieces that are being auctioned off, and it would be cool to see where things. Oh shit! Actually, the auction closed today, so it will be very interesting to see where the prices are. Right. So yeah, let's do this. By the way, Mike Lewis, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. I've got, by the way, I've got the package almost ready to go for you. I've got the label, everything. Hopefully, I'll ship it to you sometime during the week. And huge thanks to everybody who's already upvoted. Brenny, Marco, Dave F451, Kaloy, Tim G, JMB, Web1, Goldfinger, all the usual suspects. That James, the advisor, all the guys. Great to see you guys joining me tonight to talk some watches. But before we talk about the auction, let's take a look at this brand new Chronoswiss sports watch. Chronoswiss is a very strange brand. They make very odd looking watches. There's they're traditional. There's a lot of guilloche work, Usually they've recently started making their own movements. Let me a- and our good friend PG, he has I think he had two, but he recently sold one of them. He traded it, it was a part trade into the which was part trade into his Chapek that he recently picked up. But yeah, it's a very interesting brand. Let me pull up the Chronoswiss website here just for a second to see. Oh, okay. So check this out. So this is how their website was refreshed with the two new Pulse One, the blue and the salmon, which they call sand, being at the top. And these are some of their previous models: the Strike, Strike Two, the Delphis. Oh my god, I love this one with the retrograde uh, hours and the jumping. There's a retrograde minutes and the jumping hour. Beautiful guilloche, and especially I like the some of the weird colors of DLC that they do, like this one. The holy crap, the Tourbillon Psycho. Look at that. The purple case, green, blue, oranges, all kinds of colors. These guys are very creative, and they actually use real guilloche, unlike a lot of the competition that use stamping. So huge respect to Chronoswiss, and this is their first attempt at making a steel sports watch. Did they need to do this? It doesn't hurt. The Swiss watch industry is all about steel sports watches, and this is their take on the steel sports. And I think it kind of looks interesting. I just hope that the size for of this watch is right. We got super chat from Bitter Irish Begrudger. Why is O'Sheen in the hospital? I didn't know that O'Sheen is in the hospital. Is he really in the hospital? Um, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll send him a message. Let's just see. Hey, uh, uh, okay. Just send him a message. Hopefully he's okay. I didn't know anything about it. I'm sick myself, as you can see. It was very close. I went to an emergency room kind of services to just get checked out. Hopefully he's okay. If I get a response from him, I'll let you know. Uh, JDMTL says, "I'm getting worried, Timmy. What's the new drama? The new drama? There's never any drama. I don't know what you're talking about, JD. Just looking at Chronoswiss watches over here. I don't know what drama you're talking about. Um, it's a very interesting, very dramatic watch, you might say. Um, okay. So, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I just got a response from Ush. He says he's okay. He's had a checkup. Okay, it's all cool. It's all cool. He's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Cool. Okay. She's okay, guys. No issues there. Maybe it was the video because he really took a lot of time to put out that video. It may have been very stress. I know that it was very stressful for him because he had multiple deadlines that he wasn't able to meet. And then when he released the video, there was some critical errors that he felt that needed correcting, so he had to take down the video and then re-upload it back up, and he lost a ton of views overnight. It was a mini disaster for him, so I think he was really stressed out. Hey, speaking of a hospital, hey, are you at the hospital too? Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm at a clinic because I'm
Oh, you
I'm
give
I'm
birth?
reporting for the Tim Wright show
Okay.
on location at a clinic
Okay.
because
Oh,
this
no.
infection on my thumb
Oh,
area
no.
won't go away. So I just want him to take a look at it. See?
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it, but
Oh, you don't
okay.
see it? Well, it's so small that it
Okay.
doesn't matter. There it is.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, I see
It
that. You
just
need
doesn't
some
go away.
ointment for that. Yeah. You
Yeah, it
need an
looks like it.
ointment and maybe they need to stitch it up or, or do something.
Stop it. Stop. It looks like the eye of a crocodile. That's
Yeah.
what bothers me. You know, the
Mm.
crocodile that ate the zebra?
Yeah, it looks like somebody took a bite out of you. You sure the night with the lady in the
Oh, no,
stilettos didn't take a
yeah,
nasty turn?
yeah, maybe. I
And
looked at this watch already.
he's
It
a
does look,
biter. He's
yeah,
a biter, guys.
yeah. I looked at this watch,
Yeah.
Chronoswiss. It is, I don't know, it's kind of nice, but
Hmm.
I think they're trying too hard. It really, there's something there I'm not quite sure for about $10,000 US or a little
I
under 10,000 US, I think.
That's very cheap actually for I
Is
didn't know
it?
the price yet. I wasn't checking, but
Yeah.
that's very cheap for a sports watch
Well,
with the
it's a
bracelet integrated
sports slash,
in titanium.
is it?
Yeah.
And it is a jeu de parade movement, one of
There's
their better jeu de parade movements.
Oh, it's a Le Jeu de Paris? Because
Well,
usually I
it's
think they have
called,
in-house. It's
well, no,
probably
no,
modified, right, with
it,
an
it,
in-house module?
no, hold on. It's a collab with jeu de parade.
Mhm,
So it's them, Chrono Swiss collab with jeu de parade.
mhm. JB, €2, 50 cents. Great channel, great members. Upvote. Thank you so much, JB. I appreciate that. It really helps out. Le Jeu de Paris. Okay, I haven't seen any of the specs. So this first reactions. It's limited as well by the looks of it to a
Yeah.
hundred pieces
Yeah,
each one.
some of my relatives think I'm limited too, but
Yeah,
beside the
you
point.
are limited. One of one. One out of
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
JDMTL 279 super chat. Thank you so much, JD. Get better, Timmy. I'm
Okay,
worried.
it's too
Hey,
noisy, Tim. I'm gonna go.
okay,
Okay, I'll
Daniel.
talk to you
Take
later.
care. We'll talk
Okay,
to
bye.
you later. Yeah, get well soon.
All right, bye.
Uh-huh. Bye there. Wow. Yep. Then everybody is getting sick. It's very interesting. It's hard, guys. It is very hard. I'm gonna try to really take it easy tonight because I don't. Yeah, I went too hardcore yesterday. I promised myself I was only gonna do 2 hours, but I think I stayed for way longer than I should have. Yeah. JMB says making a long video is no joke, and Lasheen puts a lot of energy, hours, and talent to his videos. He's one guy, not 25 people production company. 100%. Yeah, it does take a lot, and then also he put that much. He put so much effort, so much energy into that video, and and then there was also a lot of people who were attacking him for it because they're like, "Oh, well, it's a it's a sponsored video. He's promoting Zero West." And well, it is what it is. It's part he you know it's I find it kind of fascinating that you know a watch brand could kind of also promote a little bit of history and uh and also at the same time make amazing watches. So yeah, every watch has its story to tell, and the stories that Zero West chooses to highlight are usually very important. So it was cool to also remember that the Great Escape film and the historical events that uh, the the movie was based on. Hey, speaking of being based on Tim G, are you at the hospital as well?
No, I'm not at the hospital. I just actually, this was an interesting day today. I saw a woman that was 88 years old that has a successful company that owns a half of the company that she's interested in selling. She has all her wits to her.
Mhm.
It was just amazing to see like a really strong woman of that age. I mean, she pulls out her cell phone and she's like, she's Googling and doing everything on that cell phone. And then she's sitting down on a notebook. 88
Mm.
years old.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
she was doing circles around me. Nice
Wow.
always to see strong women, just
Yeah.
nice. Oh my
Yeah.
God, she's seen everything, obviously, because she's
Mm.
88 years old. But
Wow. What
anyway,
kind of a notebook was it?
believe it or not, it was a
Oh,
Lenovo,
Lenovo.
whatever.
I
Well,
love
no, she knew
Lenovo.
it. She knew it. Oh my God, I'm still like amazed. I was with her for like 3 4 hours, looking over stuff about her company.
Yeah.
And oh my God, oh my
Mm.
God. So I mean, God bless. We have
God
people
bless.
like that. Okay,
Yeah.
88
Seriously.
years old, and she can like do circles around like me. And I'm saying to myself, holy God,
Yeah.
I hope I can be like that when I'm 88.
She was like typing away.
She was just everything. She was just a whippersnapper, and she's seen everything.
Wow.
So it was amazing. It was just
Wow.
amazing.
It was
Stuff.
one of those ThinkPads.
She had a ThinkPad, and she had the latest iPhone
Oh, wow.
16. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Oh
Wow.
my God. Oh my God. I mean, it's unheard of. So anyway, enough of that. So I'm a little bit,
Okay.
a little right now. I don't know, in awe. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, so I was pretty impressed, and she knew her. I mean, she knew her stuff. Obviously, she knew it better than I could ever know it. So
Yeah,
whatever.
it's amazing how some people age really gracefully and some people deteriorate very quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've got oatmeal drooling on me in the morning when I have breakfast. So it's one of those type of things. But anyway,
Yeah.
I like this watch. I like it. Okay.
Yes, it's a very interesting wristwatch, right? I think the price is interesting on it. Daniel Katz already spoiled the price for me, but apparently it's like 10 grand. Let me see. Let me go
It's
here
not that bad. It's
to
not
the
that
end to the
bad.
spec sheet.
It's not
Okay,
that.
no, yeah,
I mean, that's what watches are going for right now, which is crazy, but it is what it
yeah.
is. 13
Look,
US. Yeah,
they
yeah.
could have tried to charge like 20 grand for their steel sports watch because usually the price point for their regular watches, but this is a titanium case, titanium bracelet, 13,300 US, limited edition to 100 pieces,
Yeah, where do I buy
integrated bracelet.
where would I buy this if I wanted one? Do I go to Watches of Switzerland? Where do I go for one of these watches?
That's a good point. I think you might have to order it from them. Let me see.
Okay.
Is it
So that
possible to order
I
from
don't know.
the website?
I'm just curious on how you order something like this. If
Yeah.
I mean, who are their distribution channels?
Right. Let's say, oh, reserve my pulse. Yeah, you
There you
can
go.
reserve it. It costs $250 to put your name
Reserve
down.
it. Okay.
Reservation ticket price.
There it is. Okay.
Interesting.
$250. That's not bad for a
Yeah.
reservation. Usually they want like 20 or 30%.
They want yeah, 30% of the watch.
Like Grumfeld, what I received a few days ago, if you don't pay this one, I lose it. So, whatever.
mm. Oh, and the movement, Daniel Katz said it was a Le Jeu Perret, but it says base movement by Le Jeu Perret, but it is heavily modified in house.
I'm
And check
sure.
out the case
I don't know.
21
I don't know who Jus Perret is.
Le
Okay.
Jeu Perret.
La Jus Perret.
Le Jeu
I don't know
Perret.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what kind of movement that is. So
They're the ones who made that G100 movement that like that what are they called? That Orlan Murray uses.
okay.
And
All right.
you, Ferrer watches uses it. A lot of brands.
Is it good? Is it a good movement?
Yeah, I think it's ETA. It's a ETA based. It's like a high
Like
grade
28,
ETA
29 or something like that, 28.92 or whatever.
2824. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It's a very competent high grade movement.
Well, that's nice. Well, it looks pretty
Yeah.
damn nice. You know,
Yeah.
you might as well add that to your collection too. You got almost everything else.
100 meters water resistant screw down case back. Let's
It's
see.
not bad. Integrated
Yeah.
bracelet. You know, the same thing we see all the time on everything. You know.
Yeah. 41 by 12.75 thickness. So the case size is just perfect. It would wear like a Submariner,
It's not
like
bad
a
looking.
modern sub.
It's not bad looking.
Yeah, look at that. The bezel is very
That
interesting.
that row heart or
Yeah.
whatever on the side is actually it's very deep, very
hmm
deep. You know, it's like a
The,
45-degree angle.
the dial is really three-dimensional. There's stacks here, right? You've got retrograde seconds, right? At the at 6 o'clock, you see the 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, the hand is going to snap back,
Yeah.
right?
No,
It got
yeah,
minutes and
remarkable.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remarkable. Just a JDMTL. You know, I'm fine. I was just
Oh,
awed by that woman, and then I've been up since 4 o'clock. Other than that,
yeah.
I'm fine.
Mm. Whole mix says it's Citizen. Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you.
clarification. Yeah.
I did not know that whole
Citizen
milk.
owned.
So thank you. There you go.
Citizen is a solid brand as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a very stable. It's like a Toyota. You know,
hmm
that's how I look at it. That's how I look at Citizen. So if you like Toyotas or you like Lexuses, this is like a Lexus.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like the Crown. It's a little bit too big, but
it's
it's
good
okay.
for people, for older elderly people, because you get
Like the
a
88-year-old woman
chunky
or something.
crown that you
Yeah, there
could
you go.
very easily manipulate.
Yeah, well, it looks like almost like a pocket watch crown. So
Yeah, and that's kind of a Chronoswiss shtick.
okay.
I don't know if I'm like a massive fan of that, but it's something that they're really known for, big chunky onion crown. See, even on their regular models, they've got these, as you can see,
I know nothing about.
very good.
I know nothing about this brand, but it looks nice. It looks nice.
PG he's a fan. Yeah.
Of course he is. He's got everything like this, so it's of
Mm.
course he is. But he's got good taste. So
Yeah. They've kind of been reborn, because I remember just a couple of years ago, like maybe 4 years ago, when I was just starting out, they were, I think they were uh like relaunched, but like 4 years ago, their watches were just way too big. They were clunky, very kind of uh, just too big in my opinion. Very big, ugly. But in the span of those 4 years, they have done so much improvements. They've slimlined all their watches. They've added a lot of their own tech, and then the gear shade that they've added. It's an interesting
So that,
brand.
that that's
This
that's
point.
real Guilloche then, huh?
Yes. Oh yeah. Exactly. And hand guilloche, real hand guilloche. I even um uh at the Watches and Wonders,
Yep.
they brought the guilloche machine, and they let me uh, try doing the guilloche.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. It's very difficult. It looks easy because you think, oh, you're just going in circles, but it is tough because you have to be so precise. Look at that. Yeah, and they're one of the few. I mean, there's bigger brands, more luxurious brands that don't use real geisha, but these guys do. So I have a lot of respect for for what they've achieved in such a short period of time. They
No,
released a number of
I agree. I just don't know nothing. I don't know anything about this brand. Maybe
yeah,
I'll read up on it someday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not super versed in the brand either because I don't own any of their watches,
Well, that's the
but
thing. I
I've
just
I've
don't know.
handled a number of them.
Okay.
It's good
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
sure you have.
Yeah,
Are they going to be on Watches and Wonders this
they
year?
will,
Okay.
and I really hope to go and see them again
Okay.
because I want to handle this watch. This
I
is a
look forward
very
to
interesting
yeah, I look forward to
piece.
that concert stream. I like the salmon dial on it.
Yeah,
I mean, the bracelet is like what everyone's doing now. Everyone's doing this type of.
integrated. Yeah, integrated
Yeah,
bracelet
yeah.
reminds me a little bit of
Everything.
that what's that brand? Moser Streamliner. Kind of
It
a Moser.
does. The bracelet definitely does.
Yeah,
The bracelet,
but
it's not as integrated as much though. It's
uh-huh.
not as integrated. Like from the
Yeah.
case down, it's not as integrated.
Yeah, but it's also very distinct. I would say this is the most distinct integrated bracelet watch that's been released. Other brand, like for example, Lange, the Odysseus, that was you know very very Gerald Gentish, whereas this is
It's not bad. It's not bad.
it's different. I think
It's
it's
not
different.
bad.
It's
Yeah,
unique.
it's a little. Yeah, it's unique.
I think it's unique. Yeah.
Buddy. Sit down.
I think this is a great watch. Like if you bought this because you wanted a watch to tell the time, it could last you a lifetime easily,
Yeah, easily. You're
easily.
right.
Look at the
Easily.
craftsmanship here,
It's
the
actually
quality,
it's actually really nice. Hey,
right?
yep.
Sandblasted sub dials, and it's a very three dimensional watch.
Raised indices, very nice.
Yeah.
The blue, the hands are actually nice on it.
Look
The
at the
sand,
caps on the hands, right?
which is
All
pretty
the
cool.
hands
Yeah,
have
which is
little caps on top.
pretty cool. No, it's nice.
Yeah,
It's a nice watch.
so clean. Really incredible attention to detail here.
Yeah, PG's even in the chat. And he's saying it's nice.
Hey, oh, hey, shout out to PG. Yeah, yeah, PG. This is incredible. I can't wait to test this out. I want to try it on the wrist, and then look at the case back here for the movement. It looks incredible. Beautiful finishing,
Yeah, it's really
right?
nice.
I mean, it's we have arrived in this we're living right now during the age of wristwatch renaissance. This is
Well,
what's happening right now.
you figure an AI can say you want this, and this, and this, and an AI model can probably do it now.
I think so. The movements
Yeah,
could the movements very soon could very easily be made by AI because
100%.
there's a lot of calculation that's involved, right?
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Maybe that's how Rolex is able to create this new natural escapement, maybe through AI testing, right? Because it's about designing a very like um, most efficient movement, right? And it's a mathematical problem, right? Because you've got okay, you have to have certain amount of gears, right?
Yeah,
And they have to be in the right place to be most efficient and most reliable for the movement. AI could do these type of calculations and models, but I don't know if they had AI involved here.
no,
Regardless, it's
I
amazing.
think you're absolutely correct. I think you're absolutely correct on this. I think, yeah, but I do think AI can do a lot of this now. You know, you're going to see a
Yeah.
lot of, you're going to see some sort of a brand have all AI stuff that it's all going to be made by AI.
You know what AI can't do is a guilloche dial, but it could come up
Oh,
with patterns.
I think it can do it. I
It can
personally think,
no, well, no, it can come up with patterns, right?
yeah,
Because uh, what is it? The way you do guilloche, right? They have even a little video here on the website, right? So to create patterns, right? You have to Um, let me show you. Can I pause this? No, I can't. Okay, but you see the pattern of the guilloche is
Yeah,
dependent on those bumps. You see the wheels, those wheels, the way you set up those wheels. So AI could, could
to do that.
come
Yeah.
up with patterns, right? But then the person would still have to guilloche themselves.
No, it's funny. When I was at Laurent Ferrier, they had like a guilloche machine. They sat me down. It was
Hmm.
kind of nice. They sat me down and I did guilloche and I sucked at it. I mean, I just sucked. I mean,
Oh,
and then they give it to you as a like gift, like that you were doing some sort of a guilloche. When you walk out the door, you go through their shop, which is something you might be interested in, Timmy, when you're in. It's a nondescript it's a nondescript shop, like maybe about a mile from. No, I'm sorry, about 3 miles downtown from from say where the Rolex AD is. But that's where I consider ground zero, where Epijorn and Vacheron Constantin, and then around the corner is Vacheron. It's about 3 miles away from there, but I walked that. It was actually a nice
hmm.
walk,
Oh,
and
it's beautiful over there.
gorgeous out there. And it was a nice little brownstone. It was something you would see at, Swiss style. It's something that you would see totally nondescript. Little sign that said Laurent Ferrier, and it was something you would see like on the west side of Manhattan, okay,
Mhm.
or like near NYU or something like that. Really nondescript. And then inside was their shop where they made all their watches. It was pretty cool.
Laurent Perrier.
If you call them, if you want, if you're interested in something like that, I'll give you the name. Though I
Mm.
am sure they'll can walk you around it. FYI, if you
Cool.
want to do it while you're there, you might be running around too much. If you
I
want
don't
it,
think I'm gonna have time, to be honest.
okay,
Not
okay,
this time, because also I had to cut one of the days. Right,
okay,
Monday. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be at the Watches and Wonders. We're gonna be leaving Geneva for
well,
Paris.
well, that's fine. But that's the last day, though, right?
Yeah,
It's a dead day.
yeah.
It's a totally,
Well,
it's a totally dead day. Everyone's packing up. They want to all go home.
for me, there's never enough time,
Yeah, well,
right?
I understand, but it's a dead day for most of the watch people in the exhibits.
By
I
the
would.
way, PG, he says he talked to the Chronoswiss last week
Uh,
about it, and they said that the buckle is like the octo. It is flush, as we can see here. Yeah. Unfortunately, in the images, it doesn't. We can't. There's no close up of the buckle.
it looks like a really nice deployment. It really
Yeah,
looks
like
like a nice deployment on that.
yeah, like a butterfly deployment. I
Yeah,
wonder if there's a micro adjustment there. It looks like there might be a possibility for it.
it does on the
Uh, not
it
every watch has a
yeah,
micro adjustment. Even 222 doesn't have it. And MCM says beat a wine man at Chronoswiss is a very nice guy. Maybe we'll meet him in Geneva.
yeah. There you go.
Uh, yeah. And PG says that the Chronoswiss is an excellent brand. I agree. I definitely agree, especially with this is a new addition to their collection, right? As a brand, I think this it's a good addition, right? Because they've got they've got a certain they got three, by the looks of it, three types of movements, right?
Yeah,
But oh no, actually they have more than three, but uh they've got one type of case, right, with different movements. It's good that they added a new type of case. They've got like a dressy case, and now they've added a sports case. And by the looks of it, that's the movement. See here that they have in this watch that they've put into the sports model, right? Because it's got the retrograde 30 seconds.
that's a
It's
cool. That's a cool looking piece.
right.
Yeah,
It's
today.
very creative.
We're very
The
with
top.
it. Yeah, very
Hmm.
nice. Yeah,
Incredible, like guilloche in the back. It's very three dimensional. Look at that.
yeah. I like it.
I wish I could show it better. Yeah, a rubber strap. The way they added the rubber is also very cool. It's like an
Yeah,
integrated rubber.
they did a nice job.
It's a very interesting look. Very cool brand, right? Oh, and if you see here on the dress model, they got this coin etching on the top of the case and on the case back, and they transferred that type of design language to the sports model as well, because you can see here, right? But it's a different type of a etching, right? But it has both on the bezel and on the case back. Cool,
Yeah,
cool detail that they transfer. Yeah, it's just a interesting watch.
nice looking watch. I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
agree.
There's a few other things as well. Let's see. Besides this one, we were just talking about Raymond Whale, and
Yeah, I think this is
Raymond
nice
Whale
too. But
released some more.
look at that Jubilee bracelet. That looks like something out of a Rolex, doesn't it?
Yeah, the blue.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
the bracelet.
the
Doesn't that
Jubilee. Oh yeah, the Jubilee.
it looks something right out of Rolex?
Yeah, it's straight up Jubilee actually. 5 link
Yeah.
bracelet, and it's also it
Yeah, and that
looks
looks
like
like
the annual calendar from Patek,
and it looks like
right?
it does, and it looks like it also looks like a 1956 or a traditional from Vacheron.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How much do they want for this? 4,200,
Good
5,200?
question. Yeah, let's see here. Very very cool looking, like moon
Good. That's a
and
good looking.
stars.
That's a good looking watch.
Yeah, very
That,
cool.
yeah,
Nice movement. 3,500
that's not bad.
Swiss francs.
Yeah,
US is
for a complete calendar, not bad.
uh, but not just that. It's also a great size because sometimes these complete calendars they're massive. But this is 40 millimeters by 10.15 with 100 meters water resistance. It's a Salida base as well, which makes it affordable to service.
Yeah, doable. Yep,
Yeah, it's incredible in my opinion because
very nice. Yeah,
because it's a
it's a
module,
great
right? You got a
battle.
Salida
Yeah,
base with the annual calendar module,
it's a
but
good
the
looking move.
module still keeps the watch very slim.
It's a good looking movement. If I wasn't a
Yeah,
stinking snob, I
the
would.
fucking one and done.
If I was just not a stinking snob, I'd pick
For
this thing
real,
up. Yeah.
for real. I mean, it's
If it had Patek Philippe on it, I'd probably go Google over it, you know?
it might as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing. The watches are getting so good. I think the Swiss, they've got a lot to be afraid of because this type of stuff is going to make a lot of watches
Well, Roman
obsolete.
Wheel is Swiss, though, isn't it?
They are,
It's a
but
Swatch. Isn't it a Swatch group, right?
oh, actually, I think they're independently owned.
You sure? I thought they were Swatch.
Yeah, let me check.
Okay.
Let me check. Uh,
Does
see.
anyone know in the chat if they're owned independently or are owned by some conglomerate?
See, let's pull it up in Wikipedia. Here we go. Um, headquarters area, key people, productions. Raymond Whale is a Swiss luxury watchmaker founded in 1976 in Geneva by Raymond Whale and Simone Bedot. Simone Bedot and her son left the company in 1996 to form Bedot and Co. Wei led the company until his retirement in 2002. He died in 2014. Whale's grandson, Eli Bernheim, has been the CEO since 2014. Boom. Family
So
owned.
so it's independently owned. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I always thought they were owned by someone else. I like their Hampton models, believe it or not. If it didn't have Raymond Wheel on it, I probably would like again, because I'm a snob, would probably buy one of those. They've got the Hamptons because they like to copy the Hamptons during the summer. But I would definitely pick one. I've always liked them. This is a nice watch. These are nice watches. That stainless steel bracelet is right out of the Rolex. Right out of Rolex.
The Jubilee?
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks just like a stinking.
Yeah.
That looks like something from a GMT Rolex Jubilee with the Jubilee bracelet.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Check this
curious on
out.
what the buckle, what the bucklers are deploying on that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they even copied
Well,
that too, with
by the
the
looks of it,
clamshell.
it's a deploying buckle with
Yep,
twin triggers.
yep. But
But yeah, I'm not sure on the bracelet. They're not showing it yet. Let's see. Thanks to the accomplished vintage designs of his successful Millesime collection, Raymond Weil is emitting a stronger signals on the watchmaking radar. While the
there you
brand has been active since 1976, it really came to the fore with the third generation members of the founding Weil family and their winning bet on the Millesime. Determined to bring the magic touch to another collection, the brand will release a new complete calendar model in its flagship Freelancer family. Well proportioned, well designed, and well finished, the Raymond Well Freelancer complete calendar is a new contender in the accessible complications market. I think this is probably the best annual calendar in the affordable category.
Yeah, for the money,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for the money, you
Well,
literally can't beat
100%,
this.
100%. I mean, JLC makes one, and obviously Vacheron makes one. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
JLC is expensive compared
yeah,
to
like
this.
12, $15,000 new. You can get them for like 8. I like them, but again, if you're going that route, I'd rather just get a Vacheron. But I mean, they're still nice.
Let's see it. Watch it's JLC. But by comparison, right? Here's
Yeah, it
the
would be under the what do they call that edition? The Masters or the Mini or something like that?
yeah, the this one. I'm already here. Master Ultra Thin.
That's it, Masters. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Oh, they don't have the annual calendars.
Yeah,
Oh,
they used to. I mean, they
oh,
did.
they don't have it
Nah,
anymore.
I
Oh.
can't believe that. Yeah, there it is, right there. You
Well,
missed it.
no, that's a
Next one.
perpetual.
No, next one
A perp-
down. Slow, scroll down. Right there.
What?
What's that one?
Where? No, no,
Right there
that's
in the
just a
middle.
day.
Oh, okay.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
they
That's
got rid of
all
it.
down.
Son of a guns.
Perpetual. What the hell?
Did they
Huh?
get rid of it?
The
Nah,
date.
nah. Come on.
There's not here. It's not on the website. Here they got
Well,
the
go to
date
Jama
with the
Shop.
power reserve.
They've got it. And Jama Shop.
Right.
Yeah, hold on. No, this is
Yeah.
good. Isn't that? Who
Right.
would have
What the
guessed
hell is
that?
going on?
Maybe they got rid of it.
Let me
You
go
know what I
here.
like. I've learned about JLC. Like I like their 1958, which was just a three-hander,
Yeah.
and it started in 2014, and then they got rid of it. Oh, there it is, right there, right
Oh,
there.
here we go. Master control. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well, that's with the chrono. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, this one right here. And how is this one
Oh my
better?
God, that's expensive. If you go on
Yeah.
that road, you might as well get a secondhand Vacheron that's the 1956. That's
Yeah.
expensive.
It's really expensive. 14,000. 15,000. Sorry,
I didn't realize that.
15,000 versus
Oh yeah,
3,500.
they're smoking.
Completely different price point.
Yeah,
We're talking Rolex money
that's silly.
versus 3,500.
And you're done.
Yeah.
And you can
Considered purchase. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that.
I like
Consider purchasing this Raymond Whale.
your avatar. Very nice.
Yeah, it's very sweet. A little birdie. A little
Yeah,
bird.
it looks like a hawk to me. Looks like one of these vicious hawks.
Oh,
It looks like
thought it
a
was a dove. It's like a
okay.
peaceful dove.
Okay. It looks to me like a Cooper's hawk.
Oh.
Okay. So anyway, you guys can look up Cooper's hawk. Anyway, move on. Like looking for its prey.
It's a vulture.
A vulture. Oh, those are ugly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's and you know,
not bad looking. It's not bad. Son of a gun,
okay,
son.
what's the size on the
How are they
GLC?
making
Oh,
money on it? Oh,
how
yeah,
are they?
you come in peace. I
No,
got that. I'm just reading the chat. How do they make it this cheap?
exactly, right? Well, I don't think they made it this cheap. It's just other brands charge arm and the fucking leg because they can, right? I think that's how. And look, did Raymond Whale start making their own in-house modules as as they just launched the company? No, it took a very long time, right? As you saw there in the bit of history, right? The brand launched what 1996. It's been 30 years. They've been, selling watches for 30 years until they got to this level.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So, great deal of respect. Yeah, look at that module here. See, very clean looking,
Very clean.
simple.
Yeah,
Uh, that's a
very
lot of
nice.
effort,
Absolutely.
right?
They did a nice job.
Yeah.
Did a
I
really
have.
nice job. I threw in on your WhatsApp app
Oh,
another watch brand which I didn't never knew about. After we're
okay.
done with Roman wheel, I mean it's slow before everything comes out. When's the Rolex like? When's the Rolex like tease? You know, when they show their little bit come out.
Yeah,
It should be
right.
coming out pretty. It should be coming out pretty soon.
I can't wait. It can't get here soon enough. Right?
Yeah, I still think they're coming out with a quartz solar quartz watch, but what do I know?
Hey, Ronald, how are you doing?
Ronald,
Hey,
how are
good.
you?
How are you?
Hey,
Good.
hey,
How are
hey.
you?
Good. Just recovering. Uh,
Yeah, you
recovering
sound better.
still. Yeah. Well, no. It's actually very, very difficult to talk, but I'm trying my best. Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $5 super chat. African or European Cooper Hawk, and what's its airspeed, Tim G?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the airspeed. You can Google that. But the Cooper Hawk, I know American birds pretty well. I don't want to really. It's like roll your eyes. I like birds, so I go bird watching. I just admitted that. But so anyway, I like birds. I've always liked birds since I was a kid. I have like bird feeders all over the place. Even in
Mm,
Florida, I have one. Interesting. I get hummingbird. You get these beautiful hummingbirds in Florida.
hummingbirds. Yeah. You know what? That could also be a swallow.
But you can get a Cooper's hawk. A Cooper's hawk is here. Yeah, you know what? That could be. Yeah, no, the wings would be different. The wing and the back would be
The
different.
wingspan. Maybe it's an African swallow.
Yeah.
Mm,
Anyway, I'm big on bird watching. That's the most ridiculous
yeah.
thing. You know what? The most fabulous thing I've ever seen in my life in the
Mm.
California Peninsula near Monterey was the California condor. There were only like at one time there were only like 11 left in the world, and they populated now. I think there's more. So
Yeah.
and they're huge. They're like
And there's a
dinosaurs.
lot of these birds. They're like endangered species.
Yeah, the American eagle though is back big. I mean, they're no
Really?
longer extinct.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
people think
see
they're.
them everywhere here in Pennsylvania. The American eagle and
Oh,
hawks. I
yeah,
saw a hawk with his own pet squirrel once.
yeah, all
He ate
over
the
the place.
squirrel.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, Cooper sock. See, RJ, Cooper sock here in Chicago. There you go. I think it looks more like a Cooper sock,
Hmm. I think it
but he
looks like
comes
a
in. He
swallow
comes. He
carrying a
comes in
coconut.
peace. He comes in peace, and it's another added to the community. So welcome.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Considered purchase. Hey, here's another watch you should consider purchasing. Ronald, his beautiful new Raymond Whale annual calendar with
I don't have an
in-house.
annual calendar.
Yeah, and this is a great alternative. Actually, a fucking fantastic
What do they
looking
want for
watch.
it?
Nothing.
Where-
3,500.
How do they
Kind of
do that
ridiculous.
with the gold? How do they do that with the gold one? Is that gold plated or bronze?
It is gold plated. Gold
That's got to be
PVD.
gold plated for 3,000.
I mean
Yeah,
that's got to rub off like aluminum foil for that price.
I wouldn't recommend the
It's
gold one,
painted.
Do I
It's painted.
go Raymond
but you
Well or
can
do
get it
I go
replated.
all out and get a JLC? What do you think?
The JLC is 15,000, and in gold it's 30,000.
Oh, because it's oh no, there's no the annual calendar you have to reset every year, right?
Annual calendar in gold equivalent is 30,000 from JLC. It's
30,000.
insane. They're
No,
smoking crack at
no. What you have to
JLC.
what you have to set with the annual calendar is obviously the month. So someday obviously you have 30 or 31 days, and then out February you have 28 or 20. That 1
Oh,
week.
actually, so okay, so just to be clear, right? The annual calendar,
You got to set it like
it's
28 times.
actually not even an annual calendar. Hold on a second. The Jaguar Lacutra is
Yeah.
not even an annual calendar. It's a triple date. Okay, so it does show month, day, and the date. However, the the month does not relay to the date how many dates there are going to be in that month on the JLC.
Now, how much is a used one in stainless steel?
It gives time, but also the complete calendar, not mentioned, but also a complete calendar. I don't think it does. The, huh? Sorry, Ronald.
How
What'd you say?
much is it used in steel?
How much it's used in steel? Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper, but
Because
let me
you got to
see.
keep winding that one too, right? Like that's the other thing. Like you just can't put that in a watch winder. Imagine having to set that if you go on vacation for a while, let the power run out.
Well, it's got pushers, so you can very quickly
Okay.
reset it. No big deal there. But let me see this one. Is it a triple date or let me see if it's a complete calendar? Okay, there. So I guess it does know this. The Raymond Whale. Let me see. Let me just check here how it functions because sometimes these triple dates they're not actually fully functional. Let me see here. Okay,
So the
so
JLC
despite
is
the
10 times
calendar,
the price.
huh?
The JLC is 10 times the price. Is there any like there's no advantage with the JLC?
It doesn't look like it. It actually doesn't look like there is an advantage. To be honest, in fact, the Raymond Whale has um it has more water resistance.
I'm not either way. I'm not wearing any of these into a pool or by the beach.
The JLC has slightly better finishing, I guess, and you can get it in solid gold variant, which I'm pretty sure that later down the line, Raymond Weil will release a solid gold version of that watch as well. And but yeah, it's shocking, shocking new addition. All right, let's take a look at this piece. This is another annual calendar with the moon phase by an independent, the Piquignet Royal Paris, 39.5 mil. New era of the French manufacturer. Wow.
Not
Now
only
we're
it's got a
talking.
power reserve too.
I kind of
Wow.
like the design. It's funky. I like weird stuff.
Yes. This is a funky looking piece,
I like it
to be
too.
honest. However, it looks like the price this is going to be priced at a different level. This is not a shitter. It is a serious watch. It's higher grade than the GLC, I think, by the looks of it, at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see in just a second here. You can see it's got a nice slightly chunkier moon phase and the date has two wheels in it. So it's kind of impressive. The automatic movement here on the back. Yeah, it's finished. It's finished, but it's not Patek Philippe level. It's kind of a JLC level of finish, if not slightly worse. So this
I
could
don't
be
know.
quite affordable, actually.
Maybe a Panamatic Lunar could be a better option. I don't know.
What do you think? What would this be priced at, Tim?
I think. Hold
You
on.
want to take a guess, or you already know?
I think. No, I don't know.
Is that steel or
I'm,
white gold? That's what I need to know, Tim. Is that steel or white gold?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say
Looks like steel. I'm guessing
$25,000
25.
U.S.
Ooh,
All right. Who wins the prices right here?
Yeah, that's
there we
exactly.
go.
Right.
Oh, it's 8,000 US
Oh,
into
cheap,
8,000 euros. Cheap, cheap.
cheap.
It's
So
cheap.
it's 10 grand U.S.
10 grand. It's right in between, actually.
It's
Right? It's kind of,
acquirable.
yeah. And by the looks, look, it's obviously the movement here is slightly more not even slightly. It is a lot more complicated than the Raymond Whale, and I don't think that's a good thing. In fact, I think I would go with Raymond Whale. To be honest, if I had a choice between these two,
No, I probably would too.
and what's the base here? Let's see it. So it's got 96 hours of power reserve. Caliber Royal. Oh, it might be an in-house. Oh shit! So it's a fully in-house movement with 96 hours of power reserve, 39 joules, sunray brushed, blah blah blah. Huh? 8,000 euros. It's pretty good for an in-house. See, like JLC should be charging 8,000. Right? Like that's what JLC should be. I was JLC so much more superior than this brand. In fact, the way it's laid out on the dial, look, the date and the day is a lot chunkier. It's a lot more legible, and they've got the same weird spatial arrangement, kind of like JLC. JLC should be 8 grand, not 15.
Well, it is 8 grand. The Chrono 24.
Yeah.
I'm going to be itching
Yeah.
for a new watch.
Maybe
I
even
guess, at the
cheaper.
end of the year, Tim. We have to do something. No more furniture purchases. We've got the unboxing tomorrow of the final pieces.
Final piece of furniture. You
Yep.
promise this is the last one?
There might be a few more. I mean, I'm thinking I need a side table that matches that Eames lounge chair with the walnut tops. There's one on sale. Or what we do, you go to the Design Within Reach outlet with me in Brooklyn, and then we play a game to see what will fit in my car, and we pick one of those.
You okay?
It's almost over. I mean, it's not. There's everything's within reason, right? It's kind of like
Everything is within reach. Boom.
within reach. Yeah, everything. I mean, like, I'm gonna run out of space anyway.
Yes. You need to take it easy. There's too much furniture. Less furniture, more watches, Ronald.
I need a watch for every piece of furniture I have now, so I got to start buying watches.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. We'll help you make your next wristwatch purchase
I need to
selection.
get out of Harrisburg and start to figuring out moves in New York or a place where I can get to know more people. Then I can afford these crazy watches, Tim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna be like Mike Lewis soon. If we find you that the job, send me the resume, man. I'm
gonna send you the resume tonight. I'll go after the show. We'll go over everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
guys. If
dreaming,
anybody's hiring consultants, get in touch with me. Ronald is looking for a job in New York. Get out of the Harrisburg. Come
Gotta
to
get
New
out of
York.
Harrisburg.
I'm looking
Yeah.
to move out of New York. You're looking to move into New York.
Where do you want to move to?
Well, I'll probably have to move back to Ukraine or something.
You're a U.S. citizen.
Huh?
Aren't you a U.S. citizen?
I am.
You're not moving back to Ukraine.
He'll move to South Florida before he moves back to Ukraine. That's where all the New Yorkers
or someplace in Florida.
Yeah,
no, actually,
go down
Ukraine
there.
is pretty good. It's off grid. I'm gonna get myself solar panels.
Yeah, there you go.
Just live off grid.
You can be like the AP girl.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
got internet. She's got internet through satellite.
I'll restart my Starlink. And Elon Musk is giving all Ukrainians free Starlink connections.
Starlink,
That's
yeah.
all. That's all you need.
Oh, good. Yeah, it actually works really well.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna restart my grandmother's farm.
There
Be
you go.
done with it.
Yeah, that's it.
To hell with this.
But
If I
there's
sell one of
there's
my
Do you
watches,
really
I
want
could
to move
buy a
away from New
giant
York, though,
house in
Tim?
Ukraine. Sorry?
Do you really want to get out of New York? Well, you've been living there forever, so it's always.
No. I love New York. I don't want to
You know what?
leave, but I might have to.
You and roommate would be like Green Acres. That show. Remember that long time ago with Green Acres with Jaja Kabor? Am I dating myself? Jaja Kabor is from Park Avenue, and he wanted to move out in the country, and they moved to I don't know some farm, and then they had Arnold the pig and then they had all these like characters that you missed, huh? That's what you'd be like. Now
Yeah.
you wouldn't survive. You wouldn't survive on a farm. You need
Yeah,
a,
I
you
need
need
a character. I need Luigi the Pizza Slice from Manhattan. That's what I want to see.
there you go. I mean, come on, Tim. You need a Rolex AD within 3 miles from your place. Okay, you go crazy. They don't have ADs.
You know the kind of house I could buy in
Oh, I
Ukraine?
understand.
I could sell the sub, and I could buy an entire farmhouse. A giant farmhouse, I'm talking.
Oh, I understand that. I
Yeah.
understand that. I
Yeah, it
totally.
would be pretty cool.
It'll buy you an outhouse in Canada. As soon as you cross the Canadian border, that same money will buy you an outhouse.
Yeah.
Real estate is so expensive.
Yeah. So it'll be cheaper once it becomes 51st state of the United States.
51st.
Yeah,
It-
I'm wondering about that. I mean, to be
It'll be
determined
very
by the
convenient.
end of the year.
I do think some providences will become.
Actually, like United States and Canada should have a type. Actually, like United States,
The Chevrolet
Canada, and Mexico should have a same type of arrangement
that
as
EU does.
as EU, as Europe. You know?
Yeah, the problem is that would. Yeah.
Maybe the U.S. and Canada, and if the United States had some control over the immigration of Canada, I mean, it is some crazy things in the last 9 years. Let me tell you. But you guys can just look that up in the news. It will explain it better than me.
What part of Canada are you from?
I grew up in Ontario, just north of Toronto, in a city called Barrie.
Okay,
I lived in Toronto until my early 30s, and then I moved to Montreal. Lived there for quite some time.
Did you live in downtown Montreal, or did you live in some outskirt area?
No, I lived in the Plateau, so not right downtown, but
I know where it is. Okay. Right.
Yeah, so like Delormier Avenue, I had a house there. It was pretty cool until they passed Bill 96, which basically compels me to do all my work in French, even though I work in tech and it's more optimal to solve problems in English. So but tell them that, right?
You speak French.
Oui, je parle petit français. So small
good.
French.
Nice.
It's almost fluent.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Hey, then you should really consider this brand, the Pequignet. How do you pronounce this?
Pequignet?
Yeah, Pequignet.
I don't know.
Pequuignet.
Pequinet?
Pequinet. Yeah. Think about it. It's a French brand. And I think, let's see, does it say made in France on the dial? Yes, it says manufacture française on the dial. How cool is that? By the way, The Watch Apprentice, thank you so much for the £10 super chat. He says, Tim, you need to.
Hey, at least it's true. They have the writing in French
on
the dial. Even the French brands use English on the dial. At least they've got the French.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Pretty cool. It's a cool French brand.
Not bad. I got to read this super chat.
French watchmaking is back, baby. and it's
Much
bagged.
appreciated for the super chat there. I didn't mean to cut you off, sir.
That's so cool. So cool. Uh, yeah. Thank you, The Watch Apprentice. It's a great sentiment. I appreciate it, but look, it is what it is. The nature of the show. I'm gonna try to do a short stream today. Maybe we'll wrap it up after 2 hours. Maybe we'll go 3. Who knows? We'll
You
see.
sound better, but it's harder for you to talk. That's
Yes, it's getting drier. I'm the like my my internals are getting drier and drier. It is getting. I am getting better, but I don't know. I feel kind of nasty inside. I'm taking like 3 showers a day.
hopefully it cycles out
That's
fast, and then I can catch a train or drive to New York on
that,
this Friday because I miss Manhattan, and you know, yeah, I gotta have my dose of New York City. You know,
Mhm.
it's kind of like sunlight for me. I need it. You know, it's sunlight. It's something I didn't even know I needed until I went there. Just nice to walk around.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And this time we can eat it at a decent rest. Like, well, no, the last one you took me to is pretty decent. We can eat at a fancier restaurant, and I won't have to pay somebody hundreds of dollars to get my car from an impound again. It'll be better.
Yeah, don't leave your car in the tow zone anymore. You gotta be very careful when you
To be
drive
fair,
in New
that
York.
sign was misleading. You know, it's a tow zone, but by the way, you can't park anywhere past this. So okay, and then
Yeah.
you just, I guess the brain trying to find a parking spot quick. After a 2.5 hour drive, the brain only sees what it wants to see.
Yeah. Yeah. In Brooklyn, you have to be super careful. Mafia, man.
totally mafia.
Let's see. There's a few more watches that we need to take a look at. By
All
the
right.
way, so there's the JLC annual calendar, kind of an older version that's available on Chrono 24 for 5,500.
That's a good looking watch.
Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, I
Mhm.
actually like it more than the new one
I
that
do
they
too.
have.
I have to get a JLC one at one point in my life, Tim. I mean, they're well priced
Really?
for what they are used. I'm pretty sure they're super reliable. I mean, you can't. It's a watch
Mhm.
nerd's watch.
In my opinion, the only JLC that I want to own is a reverser. For me, it's a reverser or nothing.
I'm interested in one or two more Rolexes. That's it. Like I'd like to get a bimetal one.
Oh, a two tone.
Just one two tone because I remember this one guy. This is in one of my, it was in my early 20s, and he had these two Submariners. He had the bluesy, he had the black one. Now these are the whatever they made in 2021, right? So this is like the 16610 series of them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought like this, blew me away. Like, bro, what did you do to afford these? And he says, well, I only make this amount of money, and my jaw dropped. It's like, don't you have other priorities before you buy these things? He spent all his money on watches. He loved his watches, I will say.
Mm. Yeah, it's the two tones they have been underrated, I think. Especially the Daytonas. I think you should get the two tone Daytonas. They're a bargain right now.
Yeah,
People are
maybe
not
that's the way to go.
are
You
not
know what?
realizing.
I just don't want to
Yes,
scratch the bezel, right? Because I like those ceramic
dude.
bezels. But two-tone Daytona?
Yeah.
I always thought if I got a Daytona, I'd get like a solid gold one on Oyster Flex or something like that.
Uh, I think if you're gonna get a Daytona, it's best to go either two tone or solid gold. The Oyster Flex. I don't know. Personally, I look. It's a personal preference. I'm not a fan of
I mean, it's not exactly convenient if
the
you wear it in
Oyster
the water. You
Flex.
got to unscrew the crown, screw down the crown. You know,
What do you mean?
well, if you take it into the water with you, right? Because me, like, I'll use the
No,
chronograph. Like,
no, you
a lot
can't
of
use the
people that buy these
chronograph in the
chronographs
water.
don't even use them.
Yeah, you can't use the no. No. Hold on a second. The screw down pushers on the Daytona, they don't make the watch water resistant. They just keep you from being able to activate the chronograph.
Oh, Okay, so I can still wear it in the pool and then, like,
Yes.
time myself underwater if I want to do
Yes. Exactly. You
that.
can
Okay,
wear it.
I'm down then. I'm down for a two-tone Daytona. They're cheaper than the steel
The
ones.
only
Why
the only
not?
problem is that when it's got the pushers unscrewed, it looks ugly. It's so
Well, I
ugly.
mean,
Hold on, let me
I'm gonna
show
be
you.
underwater or doing it for a specific purpose, right? If I do that, but I'm still thinking it's more of a status watch for me. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather get a Zenith. If there wasn't so much hype around the Daytona, it would be, it looks like it's a nice trophy to
Zenith
have. But I'd be looking
two-tone
at
is where the
Zenith
money's
striking
at
fence.
right now. Zenith two-tone. It's a sleeper watch, Ronald. If you want a Daytona, if anybody wants to get a Daytona right now, it's the Zenith two-tone. Hold on. Let's do. Let me go here. Let's go. David SW. Actually, the prices are expensive. Fuck.
Yeah, but they're reputable. You know what? They've really popped their Patek and they've really popped their Audemars Piguets. I
Yeah.
mean, they used to be only like exclusively a ton of Rolexes. They've
Yeah.
really added a ton of. I mean, they're expensive though, but they're reputable. I've bought from them and I've sold from them. They've given me good prices selling.
No, look at new old stock. Okay, maybe that's too much. New old stock.
How much do they want new old stock for the? How much do they want a new old stock for the regular stainless steel?
26.5. But that's with brand new
Tag.
Yeah. New
They're
old stock.
really they're very reputable. Very reputable.
You should be able to get a two-tone for 20. I mean, because they don't.
Yes.
Like they don't trade over retail the two-tones, do they not?
No, they go below retail even.
I agree.
sometimes.
I agree. 18 to 20. I agree.
Let's get a new one. I mean, some jeweler's going to sell you a two-tone one at retail, would they not, if it doesn't trade over?
I think actually, let's go to collectors 1946.
Yeah,
they might have the best prices.
You know, it's funny too. The European
Daytona.
Watch Company just came out with the new watches. Their new watches today. I mean, through the email, they have a 5811 for like 157,000. So someone just bought that from the Patek dealer down the street and walked it over and made themselves like what, 80 grand?
Nice.
70 grand? Nice, huh?
Hey Tim, do you know about Watch Recon?
Oh, check this out. Look at this. 116523 for 15,000. Two-tone Daytona.
What? Okay, click on that.
Dude, it's cheap.
Cheap.
It's cheap. Black dial.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. Fuck yeah, baby. Let's go.
It's really polished, but it's still nice.
Yeah, well, there's better examples. There's other examples. There's white dial ones. Look, they got tons
The
of
Rolex
these.
hype is over.
Lindbrook, 15,000. Oh, look at this one. Oh my God, they have so many. It's mountains of them here. Daniel Katz, the letters lady. Asked where the money's at. Hey, Daniel, you're back from the hospital. That was so quick.
Oh, hey, Daniel, how's
What
it
happened?
going?
I'm back from the dead with a new unbagging.
Oh my God,
I like
Daniel's got medication unboxing.
Some kind of, I don't know, because there is a bit of an infection on that, that thing there.
The thumb.
No.
Let's see the up close. Let's see the infection up close.
Like there.
Whoa,
Oh, okay.
that is.
Oh, that's ugly.
Yeah, that
Wow.
won't go away. It's from just dipping into someone else's pockets. That's what.
Unbelievable.
Dipping into someone else's pocket.
What happens?
Taro Borison. So I don't know what that is.
Tara Mika Borison.
Maybe it's a 30% tariff. I don't know. But
Taro.
yeah, whatever that is. And because the regular herbal ointment won't do. And then look, like
At least you didn't get ripped off buying it, right?
Yeah, horse pills. Well, because of my age, I got like the whole thing was $8. So they
You gave them your YouTuber name, Daniel Katz.
I don't know, but they got anyways because of it's Canada, okay? Until it becomes the 51st state, I got some of this taken off. These are fucking horse pills. Ziv Cephalexin.
Yeah, they are. Look at the size of those things.
Aren't they big effers? I said, what about my stomach? He says, oh no, it won't hurt your stomach.
This is a repository. They go through a different hole.
They're big help them. You're such a big help. First you say stitches, and then we're crying out loud. Thank God you're not my doctor. I know, guys. I'm off topic. I'm way off topic.
No, I like it.
All right.
like
So
it.
I was doing medicine unboxing earlier.
Nothing's
week
going on.
myself.
Nothing's going on today. So
I'm unboxing furniture tomorrow when it arrives, so that's the highlight for tomorrow.
Ronald, do you have to put stuff together, or is it more or less together?
I may have to put together the lamp. I don't know. I mean, it's a really bougie lamp, so we'll see.
We'll
But
instruct you through it. We'll instruct you through the process. We'll do it on the stream.
Yeah, right.
We'll do it. We're gonna unbox it on the stream to see what it comes with, right? But it's not like Kia stuff I'm getting, right? I mean, I've got
and if there's parts missing, by the way, Ronald, if there's parts missing, we'll be able to send them the video and say, hey, these parts were never included. Sometimes they forget to put some screws, some little bits and pieces. So
that's funny.
Hey, this metal shelf, it comes in 2 boxes, right? So the spine is in one area of the country, and then the rest of it's in another area. So I get the shelf thinking, oh, it's the tall one, so they're gonna give me the extension piece in another shipment. I'll start assembling it now. Like, no.
That's kind of neat, though.
The metal spine comes from, I don't know why they do that, right? And it comes in 2 weeks later, the metal spine comes in, Yeah.
I know why, because they manufacture the one part in one part of the country and the other in a different part of the country.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Lewis, welcome to the stream.
Hey.
What's happening? What's going on?
If you had Mike Lewis there to help Ronald, you would have that done in 2 minutes. Mike Lewis has got that sense of organization, I think, So
how's everybody?
Hey.
Recovering.
Timmy G, what's going on? What's up?
I love that Cartier. I love that
Cartier. Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate that.
It's the nicest. It's the nicest.
I came on to kind of give Ronald an option to maybe not do the Daytona and do the GMT. I think it's a better looking watch in my opinion.
I have a GMT already, and I want to get the Pepsi.
Oh, you have a GMT. Okay.
If I could really just rotate through GMTs, I don't know. I'd like to have a GMT as a backup GMT. It's my favorite reference, right?
Have you looked at the GRNR? This one here that came out a couple of years ago?
That one there, oh yeah, you get a 2-tone GMT for the 2-tone. Yeah. That would be an option. The only thing with the 2-tone, I like the color differentiation because one represents day and one represents night, right? So you don't get that on even the new 2-tones. You don't get that.
It's a gray. There's a gray and black color differentiation.
The gray and black, you can. That's like a black and white. That's why they call it the Bruce Wayne, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you want to see something in color, but it's a black and white TV. That's the Bruce Wayne to me.
I can't help but thinking when you said day and night of Florence and the Machine, Cosmic Love, the song.
Cosmic Love.
Yeah,
Cosmic Love.
But
that is nice. That's a nice chronograph.
An interesting version. This is actually quite cheap. This is the Maserati Blue.
That's a cool one.
Daytona. This is a stunner. I think this might even have some investment possibilities. Not saying it's like a full-on investment, but
are you using the chronograph, Ronald? Do you see yourself using it, or is it just the look?
No, that's the other thing too. It'd be kind of like I would use the chronograph if I had it.
Yeah.
The most useful chronograph to me would be a Zenith Del Primero Chronomaster Sport with a striking 10th movement. Like that's something I would use actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Which GMT do you have right now, Ronald?
I've got the Batgirl. So I've got 3 watches.
That's a good looking one.
I've got a Zenith. I've got this one here. This is the best one I've got. The one I wear.
That's a good looking watch.
And then I've got a Milgauss on the shelf here. So this is on my vanity shelf. So this is my Milgauss right here.
Oh yeah.
Still have that. And I got a Grand Seiko chronograph, which I wear. It's a chunky watch, but I don't wear it in the summer. I've got smaller wrists and arms. I usually wear it in the winter with hoodies and things like that. But I've got that in my bedroom there, and it still runs. It's just a fun. It's a fun watch. I enjoy its quirkiness. It's like the Swiss Army knife of watches, where it's got like all the bells and whistles kind of on it, right? But yeah, that Zenith L Premier, that Zenith Chronomaster Sport, like that's something I got to pick up one day. That's a useful chronograph.
Are you much of an Omega person or no?
I like the way they look, but they're huge, right? Like the real serious sports ones. They're 44 millimeter. I could do a Moonwatch one.
They're not that big. They're not that big.
I don't know how many watches I'm going to end up buying in my life. Probably, I would say no more than 8, even if I could afford more, because you got to get them serviced. You got to cycle through them, right? Like that. Like my Zenith is getting serviced right now, so that I'm out like 800. It's getting it done in Canada by a friend of a friend, but it's 800 Canadian dollars to get that watch serviced. And within 5 to 10 years, I got to get it serviced again. So 8 watches at the average, 5-10 years from now with inflation, it's $600 a service every 10 years. Do the math, right? You're every 10 years just to maintain these things and to keep them running. You're out $4,500.
Yeah, it adds up.
Well, not 45. Sorry, there'd be 8. Yeah, six times 8, 48. So that's if you can get a deal. So it does add up if you want to maintain them. And, I think people got into the game thinking, oh, these are collectibles. They are, but you can't just let it sit. Like, it's got to run. And
yeah, but Ronald,
that's it.
Ronald, if you have a car every year, you basically have to go and do an oil change.
Yeah, it's gears, right? I mean,
anything mechanical.
Yep.
If I have my car if I keep my BMW forever, I still have to get the transmission has to be flushed. Right. Every 100,000 miles. You got to do a transmission fluid flush. Someone's got to go through that thing. Yep.
I mean, oil change for your BMW is what, a couple hundred at least?
I don't know right now. I forget because it's under warranty because it's a lease.
Okay.
So I get free oil changes until the lease is up. Free everything actually, but it's not that. I think it's $160.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yep.
No, for what it is, it's very, very reasonable for what it is. Tires are a bit expensive. I've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S on mine, so I've got to get a new set of those. And I've only probably put maybe, I don't know, barely 30,000 miles on those tires, but they're rated for 183 miles an hour. So, like the faster the tire is rated for, it grips well, but it's going to run out faster too.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, it's not like having some gold, right? The gold you don't have to maintain. Like you can have a bullion or a couple of ounces sitting in the safe.
Or designer furniture, Tim. I don't have to go and get my lamp rebuilt every 50
Oh, but
years.
you do need to get a new light bulb.
New bulbs in comparison to
you gotta get leather conditioner to maintain the leather. You can't just let it dry up.
I'll be doing that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can use that. There's recommended service intervals for that, actually.
Mickey says, is Ronald sitting in the wheelchair? No, he's like Mr. X.
Yeah.
The power chair. It's the power chair. Wax on, wax off. Yeah. Some good stuff. Let's see. We've got some stuff being sent to me here.
Timmy, slow day in the watch world. Slow day.
Yeah, it's a watch world. Watches, right? And then, there's new stuff, right? Like we did discuss the new Chronoswiss, the new Raymond Whale annual calendar, which I think is a great watch. I think that's the release of maybe the first 6 months. I'm in love with this annual calendar from Raymond Whale.
Okay.
I mean, what a stunner.
You want to see
the money? It's pretty good.
The French brand, right? This new French brand. How cool is that? Piquinet. Weird name, but They should have called it the baguette, like the baguette, French baguette,
I agree.
and put the baguette dial on it.
I agree. I just
Okay.
sent you. I just sent you a new Citizens Watch. It looks pretty good, but it's just. I mean, it's a Citizens Watch, so people might not like that. I just sent it on the WhatsApp app.
Let's take a look at the new Citizen.
It's a good looking watch.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. New Citizen, guys. Ooh.
It's kind of
Wow.
cool, actually.
It does look good.
Yeah. Wow. It's got like calendar with
It's like
writing. It says New
It's like
York.
a watch or something in
Wow.
Oh, it's digital?
there. I guess.
Yeah.
It matches my microphone arm for whatever that's worth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you have to charge
Oh,
that?
wow. It's probably solar.
No,
Is it
it's
solar?
probably battery powered. Let's see.
It could be is it the Echo Drive? It could be the
Echo Drive, yes.
I don't know. I just saw it on Houdinki. Was the newest thing they had.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen this.
Yeah, look at the
good
display.
looking.
I love the display.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a big chunky. It reminds me a little bit of that Breitling Emergency with the digital display that they have. You know, it's a quartz watch, obviously, but it's got a unique type of quartz, right? That it took them effort to develop.
Oh well.
Very interesting.
Grandmaster Chime says it's an Eco Drive. It's solar charged.
Wow!
That's
Look
like
at
this.
this.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You can have multiple
cool.
displays.
You know that.
Oh, and
Oh,
my
nice.
has something very similar.
Being the
Yeah,
red-
this is the older version, I believe. Well, that looks like a different watch, but
Yeah.
but this definitely has similar characteristics with the digital.
Yeah, digital computer.
And it's solar, also Eco Drive.
How long have you had it, Mike?
Oh, I've had this for ages. I got this 2013.
Oh yeah, like you don't service it
thinking.
ever, do you? You never service
Sorry?
it. Have you ever serviced it? I don't think you ever serviced
No,
it.
I never have to service it. I never have to, worry about it doing anything for it. I don't have to worry about it. I just put it by the lights, and it takes care of itself.
Right.
And it also
Way less parts in that to worry about. Plus, you don't have a hairspring or a
No.
pallet fork where it's bouncing
that's
around
right.
all the time.
That's right.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then what's cool about it's actually it's an Eco Drive Skyhawk, and it's radio controlled. So automatically, when the time changes, it does it. It's by itself. I don't have to do a thing.
That's
You know,
sweet. And it's
when the clocks go back or go back forward or back, they
Yeah.
automatically change. And you can do so many different cities too. Gives you the date, the time. I mean, it does everything. It's got a lot of stuff on it.
it can even
Kind of
tell-
a cool travel watch. Plus, you don't have to worry about someone chopping your hand off. to get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. You can wear this without worries at all. I mean, it only cost me back then about $300.
Yeah, you know they won't
It's a
chop
fun
your
watch
hand-
for
They won't chop
$300.
your hand off. They won't chop my hand off for the wallet. I mean for this, but they'll chop me off for the wallet. But yeah, it's good. I seen it in Toronto.
You've seen this
Daniel
in Toronto?
pickpockets himself. He takes his watch off and puts it into pickpocketer's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Citizen make a decent watch for the price. They really do.
Yeah.
An everyday affordable watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's a sub something like that. It's a sub $1,000 Canadian now, or more.
Was
You can
this the
still-
watch that got you into the hobby, into watch collecting?
Not
you had some other
really.
watches?
I mean, I only had this at the time, and then I started, and then my first really, I would say my first luxury watch was that Breitling chronograph that I've showed you guys, the two-tone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was my first, you could say, luxury watch. That cost me about $4,000, and that was in 2014, a year later after I bought this.
Okay, I got my first nice watch, the Zenith I started with first. I got that in 2019.
Uh-huh. And then after that, I got that Maurice Lacroix. You remember the one I had? The skeleton?
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that or not.
Let me
Perhaps.
show you the skeleton one.
Yeah, show us that one again.
Yeah, that's with the ultra fast movement. Like
I've
a
been
high
watching
beat.
you guys intermittently for a little while, right? But at the same time,
Yeah.
I've been furnishing my place and setting up the gear, you know?
Yeah. Maurice Lacroix. Oh no, wait a second.
Tim, you met the Maurice Lacroix. I think you met him.
That's a Frederic Constant that he had. But Maurice Lacroix. No, Maurice Lacroix, Daniel, they came out with the new watch recently.
You did.
Know that? With emoji. They call it the emoji watch.
The emoji.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
The emoji of me?
Yeah. No, not emoji. Oh, but close.
Oh, yeah.
They might have an emoji of you on it because they got so many emojis. I'll show you in a second.
All right.
Let's see. Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Cool.
okay. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is lovely. Yeah. Oh, God, the back is like something out of Philippe Pacoulet.
Yeah.
That's really nice, too. I think they take the Unitus movement and reworked it into something quite beautiful in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is they call this a masterpiece collection.
Yeah.
And there is actual gold in the middle if you look at it.
Mike Lewis, whose watch is that? Sorry, I missed this.
Maurice
This is
Lacroix.
mine.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I bought this in 2015, a year after I bought the Breitling.
It's very nice.
Nice.
It's
very
different.
nice.
You don't see this kind of watch, and very few people, wear this something like. I'm into, as you guys probably noticed, my watches, my collection. I'm not your typical guy that chases everybody that likes that certain model, and everybody's got that model. I like to have something a little different.
You're not herd mentality. I get it.
Yeah, you don't go with
right.
Okay.
Exactly.
I won't be. I'll just say how it is. You're not herd mentality.
Let me get mine.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah, Pacific Turtle. I have to wake up. It's been a long day.
It's hard. It's hard, guys.
It's
Check
hard.
this out. This is the new Maurice Lacroix that they released. They had this model for a while, but they've went ham on the emojis.
Oh, that's ridiculous. The bone's got to go.
I don't.
I don't like that.
That's
stupid looking.
Not for
There's
me.
a funky one.
I can see it as an art piece, but not for me.
Yeah, this camera's not bad actually. It's not as good as Tim's.
Oh man, look at the pushers. The pushers are huge on that thing.
Oh, they're huge. Yeah, it's a.
Is that a screw down? Are those screw downs?
Yeah, they're screw downs.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest watch I'll own, unless I get into an AP Royal Oak.
How big is that watch?
43.
Yeah, that was my guess. How does it? Does it override your wrist? Or you're okay with it?
It's not bad. I mean, I've got small wrists, but not like as small as some other people. Like, I've got small hands, but like my wrists are actually not that big. Like, they're reasonable. So it looks like this on my wrist. But again, like if I'm just wearing a T-shirt, it's gonna look giant. But if I'm wearing a sweater, it doesn't look so bad. So that's the size of it there on my wrist. So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not too bad on your wrist. You're right.
No, it's.
Mike Lewis, I do like that. I do like that last watch. Very nice. But that Cartier is just a stinking banger.
Hey Tim, can you focus on this for me, please?
You get a ton of watches.
Here.
Now here's another Maurice Lacroix.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's interesting, huh?
This one's different because
Tiffany dial.
You never get.
Yeah, it's got the Tiffany dial. This is a limited edition. As you can see, it's got the Middle Eastern numerals.
Yeah.
How do you go with your roster? Like, let's say it's like a baseball team, and you got the pitchers on the roster. Mike, like, is it just you enjoy having them, even though you may not be able to wear one of them for a few weeks, or
exactly. I don't wear all my watches. I got
the bracelet.
That's a fun piece. It's quite affordable too. Like price point wise, how much did you pay for that Maurice Lacroix, Mike?
For this one, it was the MSRP was 2,400, and I picked it up for $2,000.
There you go.
The bracelet.
Got that Tiffany blue dial that's super popular right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I usually wear this, I wear it like in the summertime when it's hot, especially out here in Arizona. You know that. So if I'm, you sweating and all this, so it's nice. It's got that summer looking dial to the Tiffany blue,
I don't want to dox
and
you,
what
but
I like about it,
are you in near Scottsdale?
I am in Scottsdale,
Okay, got it. All right.
yeah. Snubsdale.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
So awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean
Boris,
they're making some. They make some nice watches actually, and they're affordable. They use the Toledo movement.
Yep. I mean, the bracelet looks like something an AP would
yeah.
do. It looks identical.
Yeah, it's comfortable wearing watch.
It looks super comfortable.
Yeah.
And they have a nice rubber strap that it's got like a quick change
It does.
strap system there.
Yeah.
You can put it on the rubber strap.
Now they do have different variations of this particular, because this is the Icon line, and they do have different colors and different variations. But this is the only one. But this Tiffany blue dial, which they do have in different markers.
Yeah.
But this is the only one that has the Middle Eastern dial with the Tiffany blue. So that's why it's a limited edition. It's not out anymore. You can't find them anymore.
No, it's pretty cool. And pull up their website.
That's when you know you did well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the Icon, right? And on this one, this is the latest model. I think it's like an artist collab, and it's like a graffiti artist.
It looks like a SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Looks like a SpongeBob.
I'll show you guys the wheelchair here if you're curious. So there's the wheelchair.
Yeah. Look, I'm not totally against it. I think it's a fun experimental type of watch. Nobody else is doing anything like this, so I give them lots of points for creativity, because each little link on this watch, each part of the watch has different little symbols, little different emojis on it. So it's very creative. You could, like, you could sit, you could be sitting there and looking at the watch and different little symbols.
Yeah, let me get it straight. So you're against it, but you're not totally against it.
I'm not against it, actually. I kind of dig it. To be honest, I wouldn't buy it personally. But if I was fan of this artist, I don't know this. Oh, he's a tattoo guy, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think this will sell out. It's just not for me. It's not for Tim G.
No.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. It is art. It's just not my, Yeah.
No, it's for the fans of this artist, right? And I think it's big. It's also incredible that this brand would allow an artist to kind of modify officially their watch, right? Because this could have been very easily like a Bamford aftermarket modification, but they've done it in collab with the artist. So I have limited to 1,000 pieces. Right, so it's not a small collab. $3,300 for the watch. I think it's very creative. All right. Okay, let me go to their website. Let's see.
Yeah, it's creative. No one's really done something like that other than maybe an AP with their concept ones.
Well, I think this is a very clever response to Rolex's emoji dial watch. They took the emojis and they didn't just put it on the date; they put it all over the watch.
Didn't Richard Mille come out with some kind of emoji watch too? That they sell for like 2.4 million, some crazy number.
The Richard Mille, really? Oh,
yeah, it's ugly. It's stupid looking. But the price tag's like, I think it's either 1.5 or 2.4, somewhere around that range, million.
Oh God, yeah, ridiculous. Oh yeah, they did. They have like different three-dimensional emojis
right
inside.
It's got like a cactus. It's got the cactus on it. It's got all these different things on it. It's stupid looking.
Yeah, you're right. This one, the masterpiece skeleton that they just released also very recently,
Uh-huh.
is an incredible watch. I
Yeah.
mean,
Ooh.
Well, it's the
it's,
same watch as mine, basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a
It's
continuation of that
similar. It's
collection.
similar.
Very
Yeah.
similar. Yeah,
Yeah. It's the skeleton also.
yeah. Very cool stuff. This was very expensive, 8,000. It's their most expensive watch, I'm guessing so far.
Yeah, the masterpiece is their higher end level.
Yeah. Wow.
They got
Oh, yeah, yeah. 6,000, 8,000
that's kind
for.
of the actual movement is kind of cool if you look at it. How the pieces, how they
Mhm.
are like moving as the watch is rotating around the dial.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
these
kind of
hearts, they move, right?
yeah, yeah, they move.
So cool. And they fit together. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of move together, and it's kind of cool how they've got some interesting pieces really over the
Yeah.
years they've made.
Oh, you know what? Let me pull this up just really quick. I think people will get a kick out of this. Masterpiece Embrace. The thing is, it's a very interesting optical type of
They have another one that's got I forgot the name what it's called. It's a masterpiece too. Um, it's like I just can't remember the name. They got so many different variations.
look at that. Incredible that they're able to mesh together without hindering each other. Those two the gears that are shaped like hearts.
Yeah,
How crazy. Look at that, guys.
there we go. Here it is.
So
Starts to
cool.
move. Yeah,
What?
pretty creative. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you polish those? How do you calibrate those?
Right.
Somebody, yeah, that's some fine measurements there.
Got some chronographs here as well. Very nice. Icon chronograph looks also really nice. Quick change strap system. And I like the little M that they put in the strap
Mm-hmm.
where they embed it into the
Yeah,
strap.
their
Very
logo.
cool.
The M is their logo.
Yeah. So it's a cool brand.
Yeah,
They don't get I think enough love, but it is very creative brand.
I think people who are in the watch, that into in the watch world, they're familiar with the brand.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
otherwise, it's the same watches. It's Rolex. It's maybe Cartier. All these other brands that they only know. They don't know much more than that.
Yeah.
Tim, what's the biggest off the wall collection you've seen? Like somebody that you know that's likes these niche specialty pieces and just buys them all. Have you seen that before?
Just like stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who kind of
PG,
get the
PG.
experimental stuff. I get a lot of experimental stuff myself.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps the channel interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've recently, I got the Fears Studio Underdog collab. I don't own any Maurice Lacroix, but here's another great Maurice Lacroix that people should consider because they made this full ceramic watch. Right? There's almost like three levels in full ceramic watches. Maurice Lacroix providing the most affordable alternative. Then there is what's it called uh, Laureato from Jared Perigo makes ceramic and AP, right? So there's like three price points. If you want that similar type of vibe, but in ceramic, boom, Maurice Lacroix. This is a great kind of Jared Perigo. If you don't have the Jared Perigo money, look, they make a black one and the white one, 3,000. It's pretty cool. Salida movement, but full ceramic with obviously a stainless steel case back. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty cool looking watch. Look at that. See?
I got another one to run by you, Tim. I have this reoccurring dream where I have every single Milgauss created. I've got all of
Huh.
them. I don't know why. What do you think of that? A Milgauss collection.
A Milgauss collection. That's a great idea. If there's people who collect just Submariners. They want to have every single version of Submariner imaginable.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that. Like, it's low hanging fruit in a way,
Yeah.
If I make a big New York salary, but yeah, I don't know. And then it's funny. And then in some dreams I have them, in some dreams I don't have them. But I've got I always have the one without the green sapphire crystal, the classic black. It's like a backup Milgauss or something.
You know which one I like? I like the white dial Milgauss.
Yeah, that one's cool too. Yeah, they're never gonna make that again.
That was so cheap. Now it's a little bit expensive.
Oh, really? What was it trading for now?
If you just Google it, they're like around 10,000.
Okay,
but they used to go for 3,500.
Oh damn! Okay, so it's pulling ahead as a collector's item.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Well, it went up crazy to some ridiculous price, but now it dropped down significantly.
You see, I'm going to move from normal Daniel Clark Kent to Super Tim.
The super Daniel.
So now I'm
nice.
Same T-shirt.
Nice. Daniel collects experimental stuff only. Well, actually,
No,
you have 2 Rolexes. Yeah.
Well, I've got the Habring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
The Habring, which is a beautiful independent brand, and hopefully maybe I'll have sitting next to me is the woman in stilettos. Maybe I'll collect her.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Timmy,
Ronald was looking for lady in stilettos as well.
Yeah.
To add to the collection.
Right.
I just don't know Tim's size, so if someone can help me.
Hey, Timmy. The watch I was trying to remember was called The Mystery by Maurice Lacroix. Look at it. It's really wild looking. And it just moves by this area here. Look at. Have you ever seen this one before? The Mystery?
I did. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's a wild watch.
Maurice Lacroix. 1 second.
Mystery.
That's a fun watch.
It is.
It's the way. Yeah. They have few models of it.
They got unique watches. They really do.
Yeah. Check
there
this
it is.
out.
There it is.
This one is slightly different, but this one actually reveals the internal mechanism.
The internal mechanism there. Yeah, that one's showing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's very unique looking and different.
Yeah. Look at that. It's a module where the seconds hand actually it shows the seconds accurately. If you look at the tip of the seconds hand, it kind of follows here. It goes from 45 to 15 right now. And as it gets to the 15, it's going to start going from 0 to 30 on the other axis. You see here on the other.
It's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
crisscrosses through it. Oh, very
yeah, right?
Very original.
That's lovely.
Yeah. It is a bit thick, though.
It is a little bit thick.
Yeah. But it is an interesting. It's experimental. This was from many years ago.
Yeah.
Like this video was posted 7 years ago, right? When they were, it was much more difficult to produce watches back then. But because of the growth of the watchmaking sector, there's so much money has been poured, into the research and development. Now it's a lot easier. But we have to thank these watches for pioneering this creative stuff. Now they're probably Maurice Lacroix has come a long way since 7 years ago.
Right.
If someone can build a lube that never evaporates, so you don't have to spend money maintaining these things, and maybe people just keep buying more of them. Maybe that's the real trick. Instead of spending money on trying to experiment with the watches, anybody who creates a new lubrication that can't evaporate, it's going to be, that's what the industry needs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Rolex, I think they have
You got a 10-year one.
Yeah. It's hard. Actually, the ideal ideally, you wouldn't want any lubricants at all. Not even the ones that can evaporate or the ones that can't. Because just the fact that you have lubricants in there, they could flow out, and that's what happened to my Tag Heuer. That's why it broke. Because
Leaky engine?
yeah, well, the way the watchmaker explained it to me is that a little bit of lubricant dripped onto the hairspring,
Mm.
and
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
that's gonna make things nice. That's like your oh yeah, dude, that's like your oil gasket leaking into something bad for the engine.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly, you got, and then it started going like 5 minutes fast. It's crazy. Yeah, they have let's see, Maurice Lacroix. What else they got? They got the ceramic. They got them in two different sizes, the 42 and the 39.
Yeah,
They got some,
they came out with a line, a colorful line. You just went up if you pull
oh,
it
this
back
one
down.
right
The
here.
bigger. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just saw that recently. It's kind of interesting. The icon
With
line.
yeah, with the date. It's very interesting configuration of the dial.
That's a cool watch.
It's
Yeah,
like a Lange 1 type of dial, right?
yeah. Oh my, yeah. Similar,
Right.
similar.
Look at that. A
And with
balance
open works.
wheel. Very
I could get
nicely
into something
finished.
like this.
You like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, who
This
makes that watch again? Who's the manufacturer?
Maurice
Morris.
Lacroix.
Maurice Still. Yeah. Okay.
They come in all different colors too. You're not. It's not just blue, yellow, green. You name it, whatever color you like.
It's like the entry level Tech Bro watch or something. Until you can get like a Richard Mille, that's when you hit IPO.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see here.
So they give you both the stainless steel bracelet and the rubber, I believe, right?
Nice. Oh, look at that.
It's a pretty cool looking dial.
Yeah, very creative. It's their in-house movement, I'm guessing, right? Has to be.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Wow.
the one I showed you, the other icon was a Solita, but it's a modified Solita movement
Hmm.
that they do especially for that particular watch.
And
I'm not
they
sure
did
about the
some.
movement on this one.
Well, let's see. Let's see. This is a video from their website. Here we go. Pretty good. Very nice. Very clean. When he said, "Oh, there's a pusher for the date," I'm guessing. So there you go. That's the second strap. You're right. It does look a bit like Grubel Forcey in a way.
Yeah, yeah, got that kind of look too. Yeah.
I got one to run by you, Tim. What about Jacob and Co? You meet anybody that actually bought one of those before?
Yeah, Magic City has a Jacob and Co. Epic X.
Yeah, those are cool too.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I learned about those through Celebrity Michael, and I saw one in real life in the Jacob and Co boutique in Miami. You never
Hmm.
get to see stuff like that in Canada, you know. Like it's just
Yeah.
there's limited options there.
which
Yeah.
one? Which one's the Epic X? I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, here
Can-
I'll pull up
There's
one.
two. One's a bit one's like a 40, one's a bit chunky, and then the chunky one's the Chrono. It's kind of like you can get your feet wet into the brand, right? If you,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Similar
They
to
did.
this. Yes, a slightly different color variant, but that's the Epic X line.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's got these bridges that go from kind of the bezel, and then they look like they're then they go internally.
How much
Uh,
they go? How much these go for?
these go for around like 10,000.
Oh, that's not
No,
bad.
I think around
Yeah.
17 to 25. Double check that.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going like secondary market value.
Secondary market, you
Secondary
probably
market.
get one for 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me see.
yeah. They get hammered pretty good in the secondary market.
Yeah.
I think if you buy one of these new, you're probably the kind of guy that wants to move up the food chain and get the more desirable stuff as Jacob releases it, right? I would think.
You mean Michael, producer Michael type stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
crazy stuff.
Well, Forpy actually had an opportunity to have his own custom Jacob and Co. done for 100,000, but he didn't
Wow.
pull the
Okay.
trigger.
And what happened?
He didn't do it.
Okay.
No, he didn't do it. He came out with his own beautiful watch,
Yes, he came out with his own masterpiece
the
that I
Helios.
own, proud owner of, one of one.
18K for that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not even the chronograph.
Well, as you can see, there's like certain models they're more rare than the other ones. There's one for 11,000. They vary a
I
lot
like that.
in
That's
desirability.
simple.
Yeah, right. This one's cool.
Tim, who does the because he's basically a jeweler. Who does his movements?
It's all
Especially
white labeled, actually. Jacob and
with
Co makes none of his own watches.
no, I know that, but
Yeah,
some people don't know what white label means. Explain that.
yeah. Well, white label is just it's like drop shipping.
Okay.
There's a specialist, kind of. Let's see. Let me just Google it for you. Who
They don't
makes?
like they don't look like the regular kind of common movements like Stelita.
No,
No. They're high end, but
the specialist.
they're
Yeah.
specialists still. Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, he does a lot of celebrity endorsing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got Rihanna, Messi. I think even Messi has a Jacob watch.
Messi's got one. Okay. Yeah, he does.
Cristiano Ronaldo for
I don't
sure.
think it's the watches that get him the celebrity status. They call him the king of bling. That's his trademark.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Tom Brady wore that monolith of a piece, Ronald? Did you see it at the Super Bowl? Tom Brady was interviewing people with that gigantic.
It's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, it was so big, it was ugly. That's right.
I did not see that. No.
It was gigantic.
Well, they got one that's called the billionaire watch. I think sells like for $25 million. It's ridiculous.
I don't think he believed in owning it. I think he was just doing them a favor and wearing it, or they paid him a lot to wear it.
Probably.
Maybe you should just rent those, pass them around.
Yeah.
It's such a novelty. You're going to spend $25 million on a watch. You're going to wear it like how many times? It's better to rent those things, I think.
And there's people that can, like Tom Brady, obviously he's buying a football team. He can afford, but that's not him. It's not him, Tony. His tastes are more like Mike Lewis as far as pieces are concerned, with a few Rolex.
Concepto.
Yeah. What?
So the brand called Concepto.
Oh, okay.
Makes watches for Jacob and Co.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you.
Most celebrities you see, CEOs, I guess they work really well as just Rolex. I don't know, you wear it and the thing works. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's entirely ergonomic.
And it doesn't mean that they're bad. The Conceptos just make it for big names like they have their watchmakers and they got their engineers and they have all their people.
Cool.
Right?
All right.
Yeah. Basically, if you have money, they'll make you. They can make any watch that you want for you because they have all the tools and they have all the people. They have the designers, they have the engineers, and they have the facility.
Wait a minute. So, I can make an AI version of Tim Wright with a head.
I think somebody already did.
What? Oh, already.
You're too late, Daniel. The AI Tim Wright already exists.
Call it the right of Tim.
Already been done.
Yeah. Okay.
Already been done, Daniel.
I'm guessing they're Swiss, aren't they?
They are Swiss. Yep. Yeah. It's all Swiss made, and they collaborate with Swiss like jewelry setters, like gem setters. So like this company, they have like the engineers, right? That will create you give them a sketch, like you could say, oh, I want my watch to look like this, and then they'll take real engineers, people who know how to take a sketch and turn it into reality, and they'll tell you like, okay, well, this is what's possible. This is what's not possible. They'll make it as close to your sketch as you want, and still make make it functional, right? And then they're also they're working with the jewelers. They can set they'll send the watch to get jewels set, right? They'll make everything for you. So what happens? Jacob and Co. can make a batch order. Right? He'll say, "Make me 10 of these billionaire watches," and it'll cost certain price for them to make it. It's going to be expensive, but
Yeah.
then Jacob and Co. marks it up 10x from what it cost
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
right? Because he's using celebrities to
Right.
Yeah.
I think
market
he's
it
using
even.
him. Like he's his own brand. Like if you take a look at his work and material, that
No,
nobody
no,
else
no,
does
no,
anything.
no.
That
He's no, no,
nobody
no.
can do what he. Nobody does what he does. I'm not saying they
No,
can't.
no, he doesn't do anything. No, 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 no,
But
no, no, no. He's
He's an
marketing.
orchestrator, Tim.
hey,
He's an
hey,
orchestrator
Tim,
and a facilitator. You know.
Right,
Tim.
but no, but he himself is nothing. It's all the celebrities. He's using the celebrities
I think
to
Tim.
promote his product, and his association with those celebrities is what makes Jacob and Co. So that's what makes Jacob so famous. It's not
Yep.
Jacob is not famous because he's Jacob. Jacob is famous because he made a certain jewelry for celebrities, and he's became known as jeweler for the celebrities, right?
But
So
but Tim,
yeah,
one thing. He did. I believe he does do the designs of the watches. He does
yes.
like the Bugatti watch. He designed that. He does all the
Well,
designs. But
he made a sketch. He'll make
he
a
makes a
sketch.
sketch and does, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
he tells Concepto, this is what I want to create.
That's kind of
Exactly.
what I do now with tech, Tim. Like, I mean, this is where I'm in the consulting world. Like, I don't do the programming anymore, but I basically blueprint everything out and advise people, okay, this is how you're supposed to build it. And then I'll review the quality of the work to see if it's going to actually solve the implementation, right? It's the same thing at a certain level, you know? And it doesn't mean he doesn't have ownership, right? Like when I build something and I have to oversee part of its implementation, I'm responsible for everything, right? Like the quality. So it's not like he's just sitting there and hocus pocus, it comes out. Like he's got to check the stones,
He's
the materials.
networking. He's networking.
Yeah, but Tim,
That's a skill in itself.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, it is. He's got charisma
Yeah,
to network with these people and have the trust that this product will be delivered in the good quality.
I'm not going to.
And I believe that's how you succeed in New York, right? It's the same process.
Sorry, Daniel.
I'm not going to be okay. I'm not going to go run to get a Jacob and Co. piece if I had the funds. However, the fact that he did the sketch, the fact that it's his business, the fact that it's his responsibility, like Ronaldo was saying, it's his brand, it's his guarantee, it's his whatever. The quality is there. He's sourced out to the right people to put it together. I guess he's got watchmakers on the team also. That this group that he's with have watchmakers there also.
Yeah, he would for sure.
He's got the engineers, so he's worked out kind of a streamlined thing.
There's the Bugatti.
And his design, even if his design started with him, but then his son and family or other people said, well, what if we tweak that design you just did to this and that? And it goes back and forth between the company and him on elaborating on the design. Then they say, okay, let's try it now. And I think even with Ronaldo, when you're doing decoding or coding, you set up a system and it goes back and forth between those people who are actually doing it and you. Did you mean this? And how about that? And then you kind of form it into a reality. And then they take over
and then you have to audit the work because of I've seen some rogue coders do crazy stuff which puts a company in a bad place because they're the only ones that can read the code because it's messy or they code it in a strange way and there's no manual, nobody else knows how to work with it, right? There's even techniques where when you write code, could be the same. I don't know if it's the same with watches, but it's probably different. But in terms of the communication, right? It's an entire team that makes this stuff. The communication is incredibly important here.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Steve Jobs. I mean, Steve Jobs, when he had Apple, he was. I mean, he was brilliant, no doubt about it. But he had people that were all, that made the company what it is and where it went, into the future of coming out with new products.
Yep.
It's the same thing with Jacob. Jacob. I would say. The guy is very artistic. He's very creative. There's no doubt about it. because he's come out with some watches you would never see if it wasn't for him, like the Godfather watch, the Bugatti watch, the astronomer, that one there just now. So the guy, you got to give it to him, and he's a hell of a marketer too.
Yeah, he knows what people
no.
are like.
I think that's what we have to give it to him. He's a marketer, and what we should acknowledge is that watches, it is marketing in large part. It's a big part of watches is marketing. It is finding people who will buy the product. Like Jacob & Co., he doesn't just order these watches willy-nilly. He has built network of these celebrities that are interested in these type of watches. And he doesn't just order these watches. He talks to Tom Brady and he's like, "Hey, I want to do this type of project. Will you help me promote this watch?" Right? Tom Brady will tell him, "Yes, I'll wear the watch during Super Bowl."
I got a feeling he kind of knows what they want before they even know what he wants. Kind of like Steve Jobs with the iPhone, right? He never had a focus group and said, "Oh, do you guys like this? Yes or no?" Like he knew what the audience would want, and like a lot of these things are predetermined. Like to see a Bugatti engine in a watch, like automatically, your audience, those are the type of people that can afford that watch, and you're able to create something that's epic, that takes an insane amount of money and engineering to do, because you know how to cater to that audience.
Yes,
right?
but the thing, but this is what happened. The way it probably have went down is this: Jacob & Co., he's got a lot of celebrities who own Bugattis, and he's talked with them, and he said, "Hey guys, I'm thinking, what if I make a watch that looks like a Bugatti engine? Would you be interested in purchasing one?" Because when he makes this type of order, right? He has to know that he'll be able to sell at least maybe 10 or 20 of them for him to even break even before he makes such a request, right?
We know that for sure,
And he
because
has
how
built
many watches has he made that don't sell well, right? Like that's another interesting thing. Maybe he's got
no,
some watches that haven't sold all that great. Kind of
well,
like an
no,
artist,
actually,
right?
he
Like
makes in a
when
very
you
small
release a
batches.
CD of songs, not all the songs might be good, right? It's very rare where all the songs are
No,
good.
but that's the thing. In watches, you can't make mistakes like that. You can't make a product that's not going to sell. You're going to bankrupt yourself. These are
Very
really expensive toys. He has, there has to be a certain level of forethought that's involved to be able to break even or make profit. Jacob & Co. is not an idiot. He's not going to order watches that are not going to sell.
Yeah, but
It's all extremely well researched.
Let me give you another analogy, though, Tim. When God decided to design Daniel Katz, and he thought this was good, but the angel said it's a big mistake.
The horrible mistake.
Yeah.
There's no market demand for Daniel Katz,
right, yeah.
or these angel engineers thinking.
Yeah.
As you said to me, he custom makes those high-end watches for these high-end customers.
He custom orders them.
I've seen very high-end customers go to him, and as you said, I have a white Bugatti, and I want you to make me a white Bugatti watch, especially for me. There's one example is, I don't know if you ever heard of the guy called Manny Khashoggi. He lives in LA. He's very wealthy. He's got an incredible car collection. I mean, he's got all these these unbelievable cars, all these hypercars. They're worth about $3, $4, $5 million, and he's got like about 25, 30 of these cars. So he made he made him a Bugatti, a white Bugatti watch to match his white Bugatti car.
Yes,
and that cost about $1 million. So
there you go.
Yeah, it's exactly it. That's part of the thing.
Exactly. Look, I think the Concepto, Jacob & Co. might be Concepto's biggest client. Right? Concepto wouldn't be able to operate as the way they're operating if Jacob & Co. wasn't their client with whom they're working so closely with to create these masterpieces, right? Like,
Right.
what happens? Jacob and Co. He finds the customers. Concepto finds the artisans. Right? There's
Right.
There's two pieces of the puzzle. Right? They find the engineers and the artists, and Jacob and Co. He's got the clientele. He's got the leads. Right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the leads.
All
And
about connections.
to make project like this, you have to have a certain, custom access to a certain customer base. And
What
because
are we gonna?
Jacob and Co is
We gotta
so
see
respected in the industry, he's got access to like what you said, Mike. He has access to these people that he's on very friendly terms with because they trust him, because they know, hey,
Hmm.
if they want a custom made watch, they don't go to Concepto. They go to Jacob and Co. and they let because it's also important because Jacob and Co. on the dial now also carries a certain respect. Like they don't put Concepto.
No, no.
Concepto puts a reference number on the
Yeah.
movement somewhere on the back, right? But nowhere it says Concepto,
Yeah.
right? Because Concepto doesn't care
No.
about taking credit for it because they're making it for Jacob, and then Jacob is the one who then has to deal with the sale of that watch. It's one thing making a watch, but then selling the watch, that's another problem. That is
Hmm.
more difficult than people think. When I was at the British watchmakers, there were so many incredibly well made watches there, but impossible to sell because because those guys, they might know how to make a watch, but they
Right.
don't necessarily know how to
Market.
then
They
sell
don't
it.
know how to market it. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
exactly. And that's why when I look at a brand like a Studio Underdog, sure, maybe on the technical level, their watches are not the most
Nothing special.
technologically
Yeah.
advanced. Yeah,
Right.
but their marketing is top level. Woody in
Then
New Jersey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Jacob visits Mumbai every quarter to meet
Ambani.
Ambani.
Yeah.
Wow,
Very rich.
there you go.
Yeah.
He has these friends, and why does he meet them? Because he has built. He's a networker.
He's a
He's a
market.
network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Market. Yeah.
And his sketches. I've seen some of. Did you guys see Jacob and Jacob's sketches? Jacob and Co. Here, I'll show you.
I haven't seen his sketches.
There's some videos of him sitting down and sketching out watches. He's actually quite skilled. So check
Of
this
course.
out
No.
right here.
Well, his ideas come from him.
Yeah, it's
Most of the ideas of the design and what he wants to put together in the watch. I
hmm
mean, it has to start from somewhere. So it starts
yeah,
from, of course, you have to start with the designer, the person, and I mean, he's artistically skilled too.
yeah. He's not like these he's not like, but you can see the sketch that he made
Right.
versus what then the
What
engineers
it
how they
becomes, yeah.
turned it into final product.
Right.
Right?
It's the idea. It's the idea.
Yeah, it's a concept. He's just he kind of he can conceptualize the watch. Here's the Epic X. He's got the rule. He's not a engineer. He's he has certain ideas, and he's quite I would say he's quite talented as well.
No, yeah, he is.
Great artist. He's definitely been doing this a lot, and he probably sketches a lot of ideas, and not all of them are finalized. There's probably a lot of kind of wacky stuff. Here's another
Yeah.
one that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, right? Yeah,
He likes to do tourbillons. A
yeah.
lot of his watches got tourbillons in them. A double tourbillon usually.
Let's see. Oh, this is somebody else sketching. It's not him.
Yeah, apparently one of his watches sounds like a car engine if you put your ear to it.
Oh yeah.
Double tourbillon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at this one. This is pretty funny because this is for the soccer of
Ronaldo,
for soccer
Cristiano
coach.
Ronaldo. Yeah,
Yes.
him and Cristiano Ronaldo got together because he's actually very close friends with him. And there you go. That's the Ronaldo
Boom.
watch. Hideous,
See
though.
that? Is that close to his sketch? Kinda, right? But
Yeah.
that's all it's necessary. See, it's very different actually. But
Mhm.
when they are, he had a concept, and then he hands it over to the professionals because there's, because his main thing is marketing. He knows
Mm.
how the watch sort of has to look like for it to sell. And there's a lot
Right.
of watchmakers that they have no idea how to make stuff that will sell. They'll make a watch that's designed or engineering first, and it actually doesn't sell because people don't actually care so much about engineering. They care more about marketing.
But I
How
think
to
he was more of a jeweler before he was doing watches, right? Like his
Mhm.
claim to fame is
Oh,
jewelry,
definitely.
He
right?
was doing
Definitely.
same thing
Yeah.
with jewelry. He
Watches
was,
is
still,
just the
he
icing
still,
on the cake with what he really does,
he still is.
yeah.
That's what he really is a jeweler. That's what he is. That's
Yeah, he's
his
not
background.
primarily a jeweler for sure.
Jacob
Yeah.
the
And he's
jeweler.
got, I think I could be wrong, Renato. I think he's got, and Mike, I think he's got direct connection to the mines, like maybe even owns something there in the mines or where he gets the gold, how it's processed. I think he's got his foot in there too.
Well, it could be. I mean, you never know on that level. I mean, if you
Yeah.
go to YouTube, I like to listen to the Tracks NYC guy from time to time because he always talks about sourcing, right? Like his primary focus is sourcing.
Right. Right.
Trax NYC doesn't make watches yet, but I could see him later down the line doing custom watches, just like Jacob, because uh,
Yeah, yeah,
all
I
he
can
needs
see
it's
that.
just clientels. It's all about the clientels.
Well, he's got the momentum, and he's really good at what he does, sourcing materials. He breaks it down to a science. But what I like
Yeah.
about Tracks NYC, he really focuses on the work and then the marketing after the work. Like you got to have both. You do, but if you just have good marketing, your product sucks, you're not going to survive. I mean, there's countless examples of that. Cars have died because car brands have died because of that, right?
Mm.
Great marketing, crappy cars, or people,
Yeah, but is there
clothing
time?
companies get acquired, and then they cut corners, private equity, then they blow up they blow up the fashion house. It happens all the time.
Is there time for Trax to hone his boxing skills too?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nico Leonard is a watchmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Trax NYC be making watches probably because he has also a very uh, powerful network of clients. But there could only be one, right? Jacob right now is dominating, but if ever something happens with Jacob, I could see Trax NYC.
What about
Uh,
Ming? Ming watches. That guy's got some cachet.
Ming.
Yeah.
They're already making a lot of watches, but they're making watches for a different type of clientele. They're making watches for kind of horology collectors
Yeah,
rather
their stuff
than
is pretty cool.
celebrity. Because Jacob and Co. This is specifically celebrity watches.
Well, did you notice last year that Rolex went heavy on gems and precious metal?
Yep.
Because the market was there, they were very aware because they probably saw that Jacob had done very well in that market, and there was a demand for it, and I think that's why they went heavy on gemstones, setting, and precious metal.
The markup's also a lot higher with that too, right? Like if you look at how much gold is in a real
Big
gold
money,
Rolex, like the markup is
big, big
it's
money.
exponential almost.
Yeah, yeah, it's big
Yes.
money.
Rolex actually has well they have had a secret catalog for collectors for a while now, right?
Right.
For
Do you
celebrities,
have
they
this
have secret
catalog?
catalog with these exclusive pieces that they only sell to either the VVVVVIPs or celebrities, right? So they have stuff
Right.
like the Rainbow Daytonas, right? Stuff like these platinum, Arabic. Look at this stuff.
Yeah, that's
Platinum,
gorgeous. Yeah, they got
diamond
the
bezels.
they got
Um,
the Saru,
yep.
which
Even the Le Mans. Those are for the VAPs. Stuff like this. Now this one, I don't think anybody has ever seen this. The pink one
no, I
with the
never seen.
pink diamonds. Yeah, pink diamonds, leather strap. This stuff, normal people don't see it. Pink diamond bezel, pink diamond baguettes on the pink leather strap, or the orange. I've seen the orange one somewhere around
I've
certain
never seen
websites.
that pink one before, but yeah,
Hmm.
I mean it. The only thing I don't like about these watch, how do you use the chronograph? Like, how do you the tachymeter's gone, so there's a feature that's missing. But that's the engineer in me.
Pacific Turtle says, "I want to get on the list of the off catalog pieces."
I just
Hell
want the
yeah!
catalog. That'd be kind of cool to have on the shelf here.
By the way, guys, my watch channel is reminding everybody to hit that upvote button, and I would really
Yeah,
appreciate it as well. Let me show you guys a few more off catalog pieces. Like this is gorgeous stuff right there, right? Um, there's also even more bust down rainbow Daytonas with full diamonds in rose gold. It's gorgeous stuff. It's gorgeous stuff that Rolex makes for their celebrity clientele. And I think this year we're gonna see even more stuff like this. These are extraordinarily limited, probably to like 100 pieces, 200 pieces each.
that's like
Um,
if the Tiger King got rich and got out of jail.
yeah, this is a dude. That one, the Rorschach. I call it the Rorschach test.
There may
That
be
is,
something for Steel Panther.
yeah, that is a cool one. Tiger full pave, and they have a tiger on the Oyster Flex. And new to this year's release is the red ones with the red ruby bezels and ruby hour
There's a Ric
markers.
Flair watch right there. How many hair metal bands still have their money to afford some of these things, you think? Because that's what it reminds me of.
Hmm. Yeah, Jason Pena says, "Now that's a gold dancer." Yeah, this is the gold dancers to rule them all. So cool. This stuff is insane. Ruby pave. Let's see if there's even videos on these. Let's see. Uh, Ruby pave Daytona. Let's see. Oh fuck. Let's see. Oh, actually, there's only one video. Unbelievable. Okay, and it's not a great video either. It's a short. Looks like shit. But let me show you. 1.5 million. There you go.
1.5 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Stones.
I mean, no, but it's also rarity. It's. I guess this is a gray market price.
It's
Uh,
not just the Stones, it's the combination of them all. Like to get every single Stone set like that, right? To
mhm,
get a set. Because you can buy one or two, but it takes them a little while. Like, especially when they do the rainbow ones I read,
mhm.
just to get the color clarity correct. Because just to source it, it might take a while just to source all the stones. They're not going to get them all tomorrow.
Yeah. Check this out. Hold on. Look at the box. Oh fuck.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay. You see that box in somebody's apartment, you know something's going on.
Yeah.
Bam.
Piano. Wooden
Oh
box. When do
wow,
you
that's some box.
right? That's when you know you're getting the Rolex, the real deal.
I wonder if the box costs more than my Batgirl.
Damn.
Looks like it might.
That's some serious color to it as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Right? Damn. These are these are lovely. Yeah, Rolex is pretty wild. Mr. Jim T says Rolex knows there's more money to be made in gold, more profit, and nothing to do with Jacob.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
right. Like I said, like the markup on gold watches is it's much higher.
Yeah, the markup on the gold is insane. Rolex marks it up to a freaking wazoo. You know, it's just there's like maybe 10,000 worth of gold in there, maybe like another 10,000, maybe 20,000 of gems, probably less.
I
Just
bet it's
don't.
less than 10. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's less.
you could figure it out, but like
Yeah.
even the two-tone ones, right? Like if you get a later model starting with the double ones, before
Yeah.
the two-tone ones, they had hollow links to save the money on the precious metal, but the new ones, it's all solid.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's yeah, it's wild. They make crazy money, and also they when they sell this stuff, they're not just selling one. They're gonna sell multiple because whoever has access to this, they'll be buying two, three, and they're not gonna be selling. The people who buy this stuff, they're not buying it to flip it. They're not buying it for investment or whatever. They're kind of collecting it and stuff. They're building their own little collection.
It screams Dubai Prince or
Yeah.
musician.
Yeah. Well, like top celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Or kind of kings, like you said. Yeah, somewhere in Middle East, oil barons. Also, maybe some high end, look at Zuckerberg, right? Zuckerberg has been going crazy on watches. I could
He's
I
also
could
been
see
going
him.
crazy at the gym as well, right? Ever since the political momentum shifted, he's gone full on bro.
Well, he's a I'm not a fan of his per se, but he's a jujitsu purple belt, which is like a black
Mhm.
belt in karate. So he's really gotten into this athletic thing. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, it's good on him. It's good for health. Jiu-jitsu is it's a great sport. It was used against me. Apparently, you're only supposed to use it in defense, but
Well, who somebody that we both know?
yeah,
I
I'll
know
tell you
the
off the stream.
guy. He mentioned something.
Yeah,
I won't say his name.
it's
How's he doing anyway?
I think he's okay. So cool, so cool.
I gotta give him a ring, see how he's doing. I thought I would be back in Florida by now, but
Uh-huh.
when you're confined to a town because you're on a specific visa from
Yeah,
Canada, it limits your social mobility options. Let me
yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
That's why
Just
I'm
don't mess
hoping.
with him, just be cool.
That's it.
Like, and then you could see the difference in what Jacob and Co does versus Rolex. And Jacob and Co, I think, takes a lot of cues also from Richard Mille, because Richard Mille does a lot of kind of art on the interior, right? Richard Mille, samurai. Show you this. They've got like look at this piece. It's got a samurai on the inside. See that? Kind of a
If
carved
they make one with
miniature.
laser beams, I'll long for that one. That I
Mm.
would. They got to have like a tech bro version with laser beams.
What if they did one with imagine instead of the samurai, if they put Darth Vader with a lightsaber?
They could, yeah.
They could. They could. That's AP's gonna do it, I
I
think.
don't know. It's funny. I'm a tech bro, but yeah, I never really got into. I think the last one I liked was Star Trek: The Next Generation.
And they
I
ruined
don't
it.
know.
Dude, they ruined Star Wars franchise,
Oh,
in
they
my
did.
opinion.
Yeah, they took something that was already good and
Yeah.
I don't know, made a bunch of terrible
I
ones.
I never thought I would actually like the prequels because, like, I like the original ones. Original ones are masterpieces. Then the prequels are garbage, but then the new stuff is so fucking bad and disjointed because they had one writer for the first movie and then a different writer who hates Star Wars for the second one. Like, Why the fuck would you give it to someone who hates Star Wars to write a Star Wars sequel to the remake? Because the remake
To
is
be fair, I
Force
don't think she
Awakens
likes
was
much of anything, Tim. It
yeah.
comes across as one of those Karen complainers, right? I don't know her in real life, so I can't say that. I don't want to say something about someone I don't know, but yeah, like in the interviews, it's kind of like, yeah, it's just she was assigned to a passion she did not share.
That was really weird what happened to me.
Yeah, some you're
I jumped off the stream, and I could still hear you guys talking. It was really weird, and I had jumped off completely off YouTube, but you still were. I could still hear you. So
wow.
the only way I could get back on was I had to shut down my phone completely and reboot, and that's the only. So I came back on that way. It was
Oh
really
man,
weird.
some weird bugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
you guys, oh, okay, showing some
Yeah,
Richard
just
Mille.
comparing kind of three different. Here's a Richard Mille. I pulled up Richard Mille to kind of show. So now Richard Mille, unlike Jacob and Co, right? Richard Mille does it. Actually, you know what? Richard Mille doesn't do all of his stuff in house either. They white label
Oh,
a lot
It's
of
for
the stuff
sure.
too.
It's for sure, Tim.
For sure. There
Yeah.
you go.
But
oh
all their
wow.
parts are proprietary, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like Richard Mille. I really don't. They're thick. I mean they're not. They got a few slimline.
Hmm.
I love them. I mean, I guess it's one of those things, but
The, the,
to me it looks like a technological marvel. I love stuff like this.
what's the name? Frank Mueller had already come out with that design, basically.
Well, I'm thinking
Yep.
about picking one of those up because it's
Uh,
cheaper, right? But his good stuff is still, I don't know,
No,
Frank
no,
Mueller
no.
in the
There's some
$50,000 to
Frank Muellers.
$80,000 range.
yeah,
No,
but Frank Mueller was a serious watchmaker. I mean,
He
the
was.
Yes.
guy, the guy was very talented. It's not like
Yeah.
like Jacob and Son or something like that. No.
He got it. You nailed it there, Mike. It was years ago that he had that design.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I saw Toronto there, looking at
It's-
Toronto neighborhood spots.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Richard Mille. Marketing, great marketing. They went to the big celebrities. They went into sports. They came to tennis, golf, all these big, popular high-end sports, and they just
I always
market
liked them.
incredible marketing.
It's just I didn't think they would balloon up to where they were, like $250,000. I remember they were like $50K, and I thought, okay, that's pretty cool for $50K if you can afford it. I thought I liked it.
there's some cool models. You don't have to spend insane amount of money to get a great Frank Mueller. For example, like look at this, how funky that is. Okay, maybe you're not a fan of like these crazy colors, but this is a color dream collection. It's
That's
got
crazy.
crazy hours, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Crazy hours with the colors.
Yeah,
Right. So if you are into the color stuff, but they also have the crazy hours without the colors. With
Right.
PG has one with a sweet salmon dial. But look how cool this is. You know how this watch works, Ronald?
No.
Yeah, look at the different. You see it like the hours are all out of order,
Yeah.
right? So it's
yeah. Okay. Now I think about it, sure.
the hour hand actually jumps to the correct hour. So this is 6 right now, but 6 is at 2. But when the hour passes, the hour hand is going to jump from 6 to 7.
So the
It's
minute
very
is
clever.
consistent, but the hour jumps around at random. Well, not at random, where the number is actually positioned.
Yes. And it's like a slight guilloche dial. So there's these ghosted other numbers on the dial. I don't know if you can see from the pictures, but you can see there's ghosting of different numbers because it's a guilloche dial.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's 11,000. This is not that bad, actually, for such an incredible piece, and it's very wearable too.
Mr. Michael watch, he'd be into something like this.
Right. You know what, Mike Lewis? I never get tired of his pieces. Actually, I've seen them up close with people at a restaurant wearing it. Excuse me, guys. I'm eating. I'll try to keep it down.
So cool.
But there was a video, Tim, Waco having cheese fondue at Frank Mueller's place, and he's little. He got a little bit bigger than Tim Wright. He's a big guy. Frank, he's sort of semi-retired. He's made his money, and he's having a bunch of people over for fondue, and he let Waco video it, and they're just sharing the good old stories and stuff.
Daniel,
and somewhere there, probably under Revolution. But
Daniel, can I say something real quick? Oh. Yeah, I'm familiar with that video. Waco was actually at Frank Mueller's house.
That's right.
They were celebrating Waco's birthday.
Oh, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. So it was a very interesting interview with Frank Mueller. He's a very interesting guy.
A sense of humor too. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
With a watch like that, you got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah. He's almost got Tim Wright's roommate sense of humor.
Roommate is back.
Roommate is back.
Roommate, come back.
Yeah.
There's others. Do they have the same kind of? If you like colors, but you don't want the crazy hour complication, it's just a regular color case. This is fun. Fun watch. Right? They're all really dressy as well because you can see it's not that thick. It's cool stuff.
Well,
6,000 only.
In the 90s, Frank Mueller was a very popular brand with celebrities, and Elton John was a big collector of Frank Mueller. Actually, he was really into their watches, and he made watches for celebrities too, just like Jacob, and probably Jacob got that idea a little bit to go after the celebrities and all these. But what happened was Frank Mueller sold the company, and then the brand just went downhill in popularity.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
In popularity.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot that part. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's a great company. It's got good history to it. In the modern era, in the last say 25, 30 years.
This is the one I need with the rabbit the rabbit sex dial.
I read about that one. Yeah.
It's loomed up as well.
Well, the guy's got a sense of humor, like I said.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Mike, if I had that cheese fondue, I'd be in the hospital. That's too thick cheese. Like, I can't digest that.
Oh, the fondue?
Yeah.
But it was a really good, it was an interesting interview. And Frank Mueller is definitely an interesting guy. And actually, he was saying he has 2 or 3 other movements that he would want to do one day. So that's not around right now. Unique movements.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he's got the banker too. You know that one,
yes.
Right?
I love that one. The Master Banker, right? I think they call it.
Master Banker. Yeah, Master Banker.
With 3 time zones. It's 3 time zones, I believe.
I believe it is 3. Yeah, I believe it is 3 time zones. There, I think that's it. And then he has a tourbillon, of course, and he was really a respected brand back in the 90s.
Oh, what is this? This Watchland, this unique watchmaking concept enables us to concentrate on the same property, all the various stages of making a watch: conception, manufacturing, engraving, assembling, and after sales department. Look at this. They have
that's a compound.
Yeah, their own compounds, like a Disneyland of watchmaking.
Where?
In Switzerland somewhere.
Switzerland somewhere.
Yeah.
If they're gonna have a compound and waterproof the watch, they should have a water slide to test that thing out on.
Guys,
Final test.
I have nothing to prove with this. I'm just going with a gut feel from what Tim just showed. When it says something land, what is it called again?
The Watchland.
It just looks like a culty compound.
Looks like
it's scary. I don't know. The Stepford Wife type people walking around. Hi, how are you?
You mean one of those places where you just drop off your wife and you never see her again?
maybe, or just people that are all mesmerized by a cult leader, whoever he is or she is, and they follow the way. There was a thing with DiCaprio in a movie where they're in this beautiful wonderland place in Thailand, and it turns into a cult thing, and he's trying to get out of it. And I thought that was interesting. So I did, just stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there was a movie with Nicole Kidman. I think she was the wife, one of the wives.
Oh, maybe, okay.
Yeah, it was like they lived in this perfect world kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was
I
really.
think the documentaries are crazier than some of the movies too.
Yes, absolutely.
They
it's
even
like
got
Tim
their
has
own Willy Wonka.
Tim has that phrase: "You can't make this stuff up."
Look
right?
at this. They got Willy.
yeah.
Oh man, these
Oh.
artists though. I mean, this is on the next level. You see this?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't compare to Jacob and Go. They got like Jacob is good original idea, and then the Jacob and Co. watch gets handed over to a professional like this, and it gets created into like that as someone who can really
You
give
ever
life
talk to Jacob
to a sketch.
before and see his process at all, Tim? Since you've had this channel for a while.
Hmm?
You ever talk to Jacob before in real life?
No, I don't think so. No, I did not. It's very hard, to talk
Can
to
I
him.
can I pretend that I'm Jacob?
Awesome.
Can I pretend?
Yes, sure. You can. Hello,
Okay, here I go.
hello, Jacob,
hold on.
Daniel, and Co.
Okay, hold on. Welcome to my atelier, Tim. Let me show you my fine watch. I made this just for you, Tim.
Ooh.
It's noticed that this, it's a 20 tourbillon piece. There's 20 tourbillons in here. So you can make sure that you get up in the morning, Tim, and the diamonds are just all over the place. I made them personally myself. I hope you enjoy it, Tim.
$10 million, Tim, and we'll call it a write down based on your last name.
There you go. And he'll even sing a song, just like The Godfather, play music for you.
No, but he has a distinct voice, doesn't he? When he talks.
Yeah. He's Armenian. He's originally Armenian.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently my family is Armenian as well.
Oh, really?
Incredible. Yeah.
Hey, Tim, why don't you try the podcast looking like a jeweler? Like get the gloves, get the suit, the Hermes tie.
This is what you got to do.
I don't know.
Timmy. Hold on.
Incredible. There you go. That was a little look inside the Watchland, where all of your wristwatch dreams come true.
Tim, it's getting close to 8 o'clock. Are you? I'm gonna be bouncing, I think, because I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another 18 minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh, okay. Hey, Daniel, I think I had those. I think Bear has sent me those in the past. They're delicious. You're muted.
Those are Canadian.
Yeah,
Canadian maple cookies.
Syrup.
I know those are Canadian maple cookies. Yeah. My Tim Horton sense is still activated.
Yeah.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, you had them, eh, Tim? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Bear
Timmy, you think that people might laugh at you or kind of think you're a little bit goofy if you wear gloves like this at the Geneva show?
I've already got gloves. Mike, I've already got gloves.
What's that?
My character.
You have that?
No, they're black.
Okay.
Daniela has these long black gloves and a cigarette holder, okay?
Unfortunately for me, I can't wear those gloves because I'm also using the phone to stream.
Yeah, that's true.
And the touchscreen doesn't
work.
Inputs. Yeah. So I tried it in the past. I was asked like, "Hey Tim, you have to wear," and I tried wearing them. I even tried wearing on one hand, wearing the glove, and the other one using the camera. It doesn't work because sometimes I'm from this angle, then another time I'm from a different angle. And sometimes I'm frozen, and I'm from no angle at all. So it doesn't work out, unfortunately.
You,
I
you
try.
refer, I hate repeating myself, but I still remember that when the lady in stilettos came in the elevator, I was frozen too.
Yeah, ooh. Frozen down there
I was
or
frozen everywhere.
frozen all over.
Yeah.
uh, Stepford Wives with the beach.
Stepford, yeah, that's the Stepford Wives.
Uh, very nice.
No, Rufus, I'm referring to. There was a bit of a cult thing in the Stepford Wife movie years ago, and the
Uh-huh.
beach thing. It was more of that Jones people caught up in the cult with the Jones thing, which was a real, true story, and they were in some
Oh, you're talking
resort,
about yeah.
and that happened in
That was a
Thailand,
real.
and that's based
Oh,
on a
no,
possible
no,
true
no,
thing.
no. You're talking about something Jones. I forgot the first name. Where it was a cult, and I think
Yeah.
about 250, 300 people all
Yeah.
committed suicide.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's the real story. Yeah.
Jim Jones, was that it?
Yeah,
Jim
yeah. I
Jones.
think that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this was just fiction, but so yeah. The reason I tied those two together, Rufus.
Yeah, it was on. I think it was. I can't remember where it was, but it was some. I think it was some kind of an island or something that they all went down to. They were
Yeah.
originally from the United States. So this cult, and they went to this island, and I think this was like in the late '70s, early '80s.
Oh wait a minute, you're talking about the true story or the?
Jim Jones,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
where
I
they all
don't know
committed
where it was.
suicide.
Was it an island? Yeah, okay.
It was some kind of island they went down to as a
Yeah.
group, and they set up like their little town of their own.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of in the jungles though that they lived, and
Yeah.
what they did was the leaders of the occult put poison or something in everybody's drink so that everybody would all die. It was all a mass suicide.
Yeah. Thank God it was before Tim Wright was around.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy
One of those
stuff.
crazy ones.
Yeah, we only have to be on the channel to consider
Yeah.
the suicide. We don't need
Yeah.
the poison, right?
Jeez.
No, we don't need poison.
Yeah. That's yeah, why would they do that? It's so wild.
Yeah.
What some crazy people out there. You know, they love doing wacky stuff. Scott says who's going to the Philadelphia Watch Expo June 6th, 7th, and 8th. I had no idea there was such a thing.
Oh,
But check this out. They're
was there going to be
actually
all like chunky tough guy watches?
good question.
It's
Let's see. The
Philadelphia.
website is not up yet, so it doesn't say what's going to be there, but there are tickets available for sale now. It's quite affordable, $24, $30 for 3 days. Estate wait. No,
Tim, just a small note.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks away from a rather big trip to which you're the host.
Yeah.
How about just a little self-preservation? Because a cold or flu can stay on forever.
Yes.
You know, just make sure. I would suggest don't bother going if you're.
Yeah.
No, this is ways away. It's June 6th.
Oh, excuse me.
That's far.
3 months away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like almost now.
Yeah, no. But this looks like an interesting show. I might go, to be honest. Might stay with Double D or something.
And
Crash
speaking
on
of
his
giving
couch.
you a break, sir, tomorrow at 6, unless the shipping doesn't show up, it is unboxing tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Guys, be here or be square. It'll be fun stuff. But yeah,
Got
no,
some
I don't
nice
know
items
anything
coming
about
from
this
Design
one.
Within Reach, which is my favorite furniture store. Cats, they've got one in Toronto.
What's
if you've ever
that?
been in there before. Design Within Reach.
I've been there. Where it's that's furniture.
King
isn't it?
Street East.
I was there. I got this chair from them.
Which
Really?
one? Show me the chair.
Oh, he's got the Herman Miller.
Oh yeah.
The basic
The
one.
chair.
Hold on.
Okay, I know that chair. That's the Mira chair.
The which one?
That's called the Mira chair from
Yeah,
Herman
I think
Miller.
that's what it is. I still haven't done it right. Like I gotta shift the thing forward more, and
in Canada they charge you way more because the dollar sucks in Canada. The taxes are insane.
I think
tariffs, forget about it.
yeah.
Ronald, I think they are struggling because in the past 2 or 3 years, I bought my chair like I think already 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, it's almost 9 years, and I remember back then they would have sale once a year on the new year, 15%. And
They
now they've been having this 25% off sale for 3 months straight.
they
Even
are
last year.
struggling. I asked them about that because I noticed that, like, how many sales do you guys have on? Because when I first
Yeah.
moved here, they had it twice a year. And
Yeah.
the last sale they had on, like the super, like the Black Friday sale, that was 30% off, which is unheard of, right? And they're
Mhm.
just saying like business is really slow. And it's like who buys this stuff, right? It's white collar people. And yeah, there's a white collar recession going on. It's definitely real. Like as if there's an entire new, I think it's beyond just a business cycle. It's going to be an entire new way of thinking and doing things in the white collar universe. And where it goes, nobody knows. Plus, there's an over saturation of people that went to spent a lot of money on university and went into programs for white collar jobs, right? And now
Mhm.
it's the blue collar guys that are making bank more than the white collar guys in some cases, I'm sure, right? Like if
Mhm.
you're an electrician and
Uh,
you're a master electrician, you got a bit of a math background, I think you're going to do better than the attorney down the street from you at this point. It's possible.
well, I think attorneys are still going to be okay. It's a lot of the stuff is going to be replaced by AI. A lot of
Well,
like
the low level
menial.
attorneys are going to be
Yeah.
replaced by AI, like all the articling and stuff, because
Yeah.
you ask it a question about law and it will explain it to you in a different verbiage if you want. Plus, it can cite almost anything. Like I've got a friend and he's got a small family office. He does insurance and annuities, and he
Mhm.
was using ChatGPT to solve things he would normally call a lawyer to do. They would cite
Wow.
laws from 1980 something that still apply today, and those I even wonder what the hell I'm going to do in the future, right? Like I'm glad I can, like it's going to be interesting to see. I
Actually,
don't know where it's
Ronald,
all going to go.
the one industry are fearful about AI is the music and Hollywood industry, because all these actors and musicians can be replaced with AI now, if you think about it, and it's
Yes.
going to just get better and better.
Yeah,
The technology.
I mean, we're going to basically automate ourselves out of, in order for a capitalist society to work, there has to be some sort of level of trade. But if everything is automated and there's nothing to trade, I don't know
Mm.
like who knows where it's going to lead up to, right? It people might have to be, I don't know, think a little bit more utopian in the future. Not there's I like I enjoy the competition, but if there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do, and it's I don't know. I think there's always going to be something to do. I don't think you can clone creativity in a way, but
It's uncharted territory, and
yeah,
I think there's something about working with the soul. I'm hoping that somehow, um, you know, we're man. I'm getting close to philosophical, but that maybe man, woman is basically good, but we have greedy tendencies, all of us. I'm not talking right, left. I'm not talking politics. I'm
No,
just
no.
talking about um,
There's evil
somehow things will.
characters.
Pardon
There's
me.
evil characters that will try to use AI in an evil way. Unfortunately,
But
well,
like
there's
also
always
there's
some dude that wants to rule the world, right?
of
Like that's
course.
Yeah.
been happening for 1,000 years, and it's
yeah, yeah.
the right guy at the right place in the right time, and his ego reigns supreme, and people buy it, and then
Well,
basically
but I'm
execute his
even
orders because they all have their egos too, and they want a piece of it, right?
yeah,
So
but I'm just referring to even piece of people that are basically good. I'm not even talking about that part yet. I'm just talking about people that are basically, if it's in front of them, kids included, temptation can override sometimes your way of thinking. So I'm hoping that us thespians in the world stage will work it out somehow where there's a balance, and with that balance, there will be AI, but used in a good way. based on a famous writer, Neil Postman, in a book called Amusing Ourselves to Death. The trick is being a society that uses tools
Dr. Bob's.
not being a tool using society. I mean, the tools that are used society.
You could keep the competition going and have a new economy, but you've got to get to outer space. I think people will have wars in outer space fighting for asteroid dominance and ultra precious metal dominance, and what's rare people want to have, right? So if everybody's got what everybody's got on Earth, and people get bored and want to compete and their egos come out again, I think outer space is the best place to do it. They can blow each other up into outer space, and you can pollute outer space without bothering the planet.
Well, anyways, I'm hoping for the best, because that's a question that none of us can really answer. Know that diamonds, the lab-grown diamonds, people naturally buying away. They're not buying them as quickly as the natural ones. They still want that. Now, maybe that's not a good analogy. But
no, it's true, right? There's a few properties that are different in the originals, but then there's going to be some guy that can create gold in a nuclear style microwave vacuum, right? Where that's probably going to happen next too.
No, but the point is, maybe I don't have an answer here, Ronaldo. Maybe there's still going to be a clientele that says, "I know that it's done perfectly chemical wise. It's done perfectly, just like that. But I want the authentic. I want proof that got it the authentic way." And by the way, Dr. Bob has a point here, Tim, to close out this discussion. Did you read it?
No, yeah.
The volcano demands a sacrifice.
Well, Elon Musk has said about 2-3 years ago, and he's basically in the middle about AI. He's involved in AI, as you know, with autonomous driving. And he was involved with ChatGPT also.
Yes.
Yeah, so OpenAI, yep.
OpenAI, exactly. And so he said he is concerned about it could get out of control in the future. So there has to be definitely some kind of a oversight to make sure things don't get out of hand.
Yeah, and new wealth is built on trading, whether it's tangibles or intangibles data that gives somebody something that they want, right? But if everything is hyper accessible, then how do you trade, right? And that's what I'm wondering where it's going to change things, because then there's only going to be a few people that own literally everything, and then that's not going to work. So this is where societies can crumble and destabilize, right? Otherwise, you have to change the way you look at.
But maybe they can use AI in order to stabilize society in such a way to control. See, the ancient Greek civilization fell apart.
I think we have two. I think
know
our
how
egos
to
are
control
too
the
big
population in the end.
To be kind of clever, that, right? We're not spiritual yet.
Well, what they could do. So, Meta announced that they're going to start using AI to create basically fake engagement. They'll create fake users, right? So when you go on Facebook and you're talking to people, it's already happening right now. You don't know whether you're talking to a
creating political dissent with each other over on Twitter in the past, right? Where it was just.
But that's what they're going to do. They're going to create AI what they're going to do, they're going to basically control people through creatively sprinkling AI characters that kind of feed you information that you want to hear to keep you docile, kind of interacting with you. So you don't know, are you talking to real? Are you watching real stuff? Are you watching AI? And the stuff that's going to be fed to you, it's going to be perfectly balanced to keep you docile and keep you doing whatever, keep you thinking that everything is going fine.
Well, if you're not so quick to judge, you'll be okay. It's just most people are still quick to judge, and then that will be used against you, right?
But why are they quick to judge? And you can reprogram a person from being quick to judge to not quick to judge. They just have to be fed a certain videos, certain ideas about how they should be
Well,
judging people.
the predicate comes down to this, Tim. Like, if people don't have the outcomes they want, they get upset, right? And when they get upset, they look at other things to blame, and then that's okay. Here's your framework for blaming, and like away you go and blame, right? And like the less you are to your outcome, and if it's grinding on you, the faster you are going to be to judge, and that's just the way it is. It's
No, but what I'm
especially with the
saying,
wealth divide, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be quick to judge in the future, unfortunately.
but what I'm saying, Ronald, is that AI could be used to analyze you, right? So
Oh yeah,
there's
it does right now. Like people
right,
use
exactly,
AI to assess job interview
yeah,
candidates, and if you don't
and
pass the
then
AI loop, you don't even get to talk to HR for the screening in
exactly.
some
And
cases.
that's what AI could be used for, to put you into a matrix
Yeah,
where it's like where you're being balanced out, right? You're constantly watched. Your phone is always watching. That's why they put AI in the phone so that everything they know everything that's being input into you is what is a
yeah,
human being. You're a machine that's programmed based on all the inputs that come into you. So
Okay.
everything that you watch, and then
Okay.
the way you react to it,
yeah. I
right?
know, Tim.
And
A very,
they could watch
a
that, and they
very,
could
I've
regulate
got
you.
sample models for looking at stuff, right? Like I like as a hobby, I look at this stuff all the time. I've got another proof of concept on running on the computer right now since I've
Mm,
been trying to reboot my market project. If I
yeah.
do get to New York, maybe someone will help me with that thing. But yeah, no, you're right. Like it's already happening. Advertisers are using it. Anything that'll give somebody an advantage, but depending on how the AI is utilized, if everybody's using the same AI model pretty much, you know how people basically used formula to create pop songs back like in like the Y2K, and every song sounded the same. What'll
Yes.
end up happening is it's going to create pop corporations, right? And they're all going to do the same thing and sound the same, and then they're all going to decay fast, probably like
yeah.
the pop music. So that could be a real thing there too.
It's going to
Some,
be very interesting. Despite what
okay.
happens, I think it's going to be interesting.
Wait,
And it's
some of
good to
this
know
stuff.
that we've got a cast of real characters, and we have some AI characters here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout
You know
out to
what?
Tim
It's
G.
just, it's
There we go.
we got to talk on forever about this thing.
Yeah.
Some of this has been done thousands of years ago, but without AI.
Mm.
But simplification of all this, you know this, everyone knows this. Um, I'm being beginnersville, Ronald, when I say this, because you know this obviously. But YouTube, you look up something, you want to look up, let's say, a singer on YouTube and see
Yes.
some videos, you singer or a song, and all of a sudden YouTube is offering these other things just automatically because is this what you want? So they're obviously looking at me.
It
Well, they're
feeds you.
monitoring you. They're monitoring
Yeah.
your movement on the internet.
They
That's what
know
Yeah,
better than you know yourself.
that's
Yeah,
right. That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys. I think
Right.
that's a good show right
Okay.
there. I think
Hell
we'll
yeah.
put an end to that. Thank you, Mike,
Thank you.
Ronald,
Guys, don't forget to
Daniel.
like and subscribe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Smash that
Well,
upvote
See you,
button.
Ronald.
Yeah.
Daniel.
okay. Bye
Great
bye.
talking to you
Timmy.
guys again. Lots of fun.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so
That's
much,
what we're
Mike.
here to do. Have fun. Okay. Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with less flu.
And unboxing.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh, why can't I? Ooh.